Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Cinema Scumbags movie podcast, episode 190. My name's Nick.
My name's Seth.
Brian, you can introduce yourself as one
No,
of the
that's why
cast.
you're supposed to introduce our special guest. So you're already dropping the ball. This is why
No,
Dad leads the
he's
way.
not a special guest anymore. He's part of it.
That's
He's
true. We only really do one if Brian's on here.
yeah, I mean, he's pretty much carries the whole thing anyway. We only do Oscars predictions podcasts anymore. We
This
have
is
no other
this is
content.
Brian's secret alter ego podcast that's in the dark that nobody really knows about, where he can kind of be a dick, but everything else is
This is true.
he's got like a nice film critic profile where he's got to be professional. So he shows up here every so often, and you see the real guy.
Yeah, it's like the CD underbelly.
I gotta let my
of
true
the-
colors out when I'm with you guys.
You're a sick man. You're a
Surprised
sick
you still
man.
chat with us with some of the stuff that's been said in that group chat we've got.
Well, honestly, sometimes I'm tired of all the sunshine and rainbows, and I could use a little bit of raunch and crude humor.
There
What
we go.
good things do you have going on in your life that you're tired of sunshine and rainbows?
Yeah, let's catch up. Shit, we haven't been out. Brian's in his new spot. What do you got going on there, my brother?
Honestly, since I last spoke to you guys in podcast form, not that much. Still depressed, so nothing new.
Yeah, same.
Nothing
same
new.
here.
Met more celebrities, I guess. Did
All right.
more
Who?
podcasts and everything. So, yeah, life's not too bad. Life's not too bad. How are you fellas doing? How are you guys doing?
Well, I look about 20 years older than the last time we did one of these.
Yep, same here.
Fucking
Feel about 20 years
Christ.
older too.
Usually when we do these, I kind of groom myself, trim just for men. But good lord,
Well, you've been hiding in your little man cave. That's why.
actually,
Is that a
my
Thor
big
Love
life
and
news.
Thunder poster behind you
No,
on your left?
it's 2001, baby.
Oh, okay. I like the
Um,
colors.
So my big life news is I actually purchased this place that I'm living in. So I'm a property owner now, which is nice, building some equity.
Hell yeah.
Nice
The
to
grown-up thing.
pay off a mortgage and not pay off rent, and nobody can jack my rent up. So that's kind of been my big thing past few months.
Nice. Nick?
I got a couple plants.
Got a couple new steel books.
Yeah, I got a plant there.
Steelbugs, you have a Super Bowl championship.
Hey, I wasn't gonna bring it up,
Seems
but
like things
since
are
we're
going
talking
fine
about
on your
it,
end.
Go ahead.
I've got nothing to say. Like, it'd be great if it was the
You don't have to
Phillies.
say
Like, it's
anything. It
great.
speaks for itself.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very exciting time, but
Like I told you, know what? You could say that I'm a classy, friend and sports fan. Your team won.
Yeah.
That's a Giants rivalry. But what did I do? I said, you know what, Nick? I'm happy for you, man. And I might not have meant it, but
that's okay.
it's
It's
the thought
the
that counts.
illusion, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had somebody else, some other people that we know, make some
Oh, for
sort of
sure.
stupid comments.
Oh, they would never
especially,
say congrats.
Especially with the way Saquon came over and totally revitalized his career, and
Yep.
I
This isn't an NFL podcast.
Oh, don't worry. We've got sports talk, we got game talk, we got everything coming up before we get to the meat of this episode. But yeah, I appreciate it. I'd have done the same for you. So you're a class act.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't have to ever do it for you, but I would if it ever happened.
No, you don't. Thanks. It's been a lot of heartbreak for you and for me, and it's just the dam had to break with one of the sports teams.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've probably said it 100 times on this podcast, but growing up, my dad was always like, "You're gonna see a whole lot more bad than good," and I'm like, "Yes, you're right. I have." And
That's how it works.
after watching Ken Burns' baseball documentary, there's a whole history of shitty Phillies teams, and
I was inspired by that review because it reminded me of that Blu-ray that I bought a year ago that I haven't taken the shrink wrap off of.
well, as the review said, it took me three seasons to get through it, but it's fucking awesome. Like genuinely, just like if you like baseball, they just talk why they love it, and I don't know. It got me a few times, just the love of the game, and it's why it's the best sport.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Brian, what's going on in the ballet world?
Oh my god.
What's the last Broadway show you saw?
What was the last show I saw? I don't even remember. Um, I saw a play with Adam Driver that Kenneth Lonergan wrote, which was really good.
What?
Guy who made Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, we fucking know.
Hey, I'm just saying for the listeners who are probably like, who? So there's someone that's like, who? I thought
No,
Seth was gonna be like, who's that? But
think-
You know, I forgot who we were talking about.
I think all three listeners know who it is because I don't shut the fuck up about that movie.
it's
That's
a great
true.
movie. It's a great movie.
Great parenting.
Someone got kicked out of the play 10 minutes into it. It's a 3-hour play, and someone got kicked out 10 minutes in, which was hilarious.
How do you get kicked out? What are they being
There,
like
there were
with
in
the
the first
protest?
10 minutes, Adam Driver took off his shirt on stage, so naturally everyone was very giddy about that. And this
Oh,
person
so
took
that
out their
was,
phone, and they got kicked out of the show and didn't get a refund. I'm like, you didn't even make it halfway through
Jesus.
the play.
Are you
God.
fucking stupid? See, that's what I liked about the Pee Wee show is that they locked your phones up.
That's what they
That's
should
true.
do at Broadway shows. Honestly, they really should lock up the phones. I'm
would-
very
I-
much in supportive of that.
Oh,
I
and
would say
rip that lady that Miss Yvonne and the lady from It's Always
Lynn
Sunny.
Marie Stewart.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie's mom.
yeah. Not a lot of not a lot of excitement for her death. Nobody really.
Yeah,
gave a
that was
fuck.
bullshit. I was moved by it. I'm
Who
waiting
else?
for
Who else died since?
Oh God, it was a lot of deaths.
Airplane passengers.
Well, we're talking about famous people.
Lynch.
okay.
Oh yeah, David Lynch. I know Seth doesn't like David Lynch, but
God damn, that's how long it's been. Yeah, who else? Like, can
Nobody
he
I care
hear
about.
us, or is he just letting it?
no, I'm thinking.
No, I was just wondering if Seth was just showing he didn't give a fuck, or if he was if he
Uh,
could hear us.
I know the Lynch thing was big for the film people, but
For the autistic community.
I can recognize it. I get it. I understand the impact. Just have never been a fan, so
Well, and it reminded me. I totally forgot. Like the year before, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on oxygen. Like I have emphysema."
I
It's
know I
like,
didn't really know he
oh
was
yeah,
sick or
he's
yeah.
gonna
It's kind of
fucking
crazy
die.
when they just when you hear that out of nowhere.
Don't smoke, kids. Smoke
It was
crack.
shock. I think Maggie Smith passed away since the last time
That
we
was one.
talked.
That was one.
Yeah, big
Oof.
one. Big one.
Fucking all the Harry Potter people are croaking now.
Yeah.
When I went to go see Sorcerer's Stone in the theater the other day, and it felt very sad watching the first scene when they're on Privet Drive and everything. And I'm like, literally everyone in this scene is dead. Richard Harris, Robbie Coltrane,
true.
and Maggie Smith. I'm like,
That's true.
everyone
Can I
is
be
dead
honest
in
with you?
this scene.
That opening sequence of the first movie, that's like one of my favorite film scenes.
Oh,
I
it's
just
one of the
love it.
best
It's
openings to
magical.
any film ever.
It just, I remember being there. I watched that the day it came out in theaters.
Just got
My
chills.
brother and my dad, and it just, man, it sets the tone so perfectly.
That
Just,
music that
something
creeps
about it.
in.
And I didn't see it in the theater when it came out because I was so young. So this was my first time watching it on the big screen. And just being in that room with that Williams score swelling up on the cinema screens, and then Haggard riding down with the motorcycle and Professor Dumbledore, Professor McGonagall. I'm just like, God, so good.
Man.
There, Hagrid. It's not really goodbye.
Oh,
Yeah, and then they come back later in the last one or part one, and he's like, "I brought you here when you were a baby. Think
I
it's right
brought
to
you
take
here
out."
16 years ago when you were no bigger than a motorboat. Seems now that I should be the one to take you. Oh my God. I've
Bless
been
my
watching. I went to see Chamber of Secrets the other night. Saw Prisoner of Azkaban yesterday, and I'm going to see Goblet of Fire later today in the theater. So I'm very
Ooh.
excited.
right on, man.
Very
Ooh.
excited.
What's your favorite Harry Potter?
My Deathly Hallows Part 2 is probably my favorite, but
Yep.
I think a close second would. I think Order of the Phoenix is like really high up for me.
It's good.
Like every time I watch it, my appreciation for it grows because it's literally like a political thriller in the world
Yeah.
of Harry Potter, and the duel between Dumbledore and Voldemort is like an all-timer battle scene in film.
Bro.
The handheld camera movement, the choice of no music, it's brilliant. It's incredible. I wish more fights in blockbusters had no music underneath. You
They're
don't
so
need
much
music
better that
to
way.
land an impact.
Yeah, I think the last four are better than the first four.
I don't get the
I
hate for
agree with that.
Half-Blood Prince. I've never understood like the disdain for it. Like, I
I
mean,
like
yeah, it's
all of them.
not
Yeah,
all of them are good. Like
Yeah.
every single one of them is good. So
I
I don't.
think the best one, film wise, I think the best film is the last one. I always
Mm,
think my favorite though is that first movie. Just something about it. It just
it's
kind of,
yeah.
I don't think it's the best. It's definitely a kind of a kiddie movie, but just to
no, but it
establish
like
the
it's it
universe, you know.
like people don't like realize how much of a gamble that first film was and
Oh
how
Yeah.
a lot
yeah,
was riding on Chris Columbus' shoulders and everything. And it's just like,
how hard it was. How I mean, people had ideas of who the cast would be and how the characters would look, and like it's a lot
that
to put
series
on
I think just
someone.
has the most perfect cast like ever. Like all the kids were cast perfectly, the adults were cast perfectly. Like Chamber of Secrets is probably my least favorite of the
I
series,
agree
and
with
I
that.
still like it a lot. But
Yeah, I agree too.
and I'm not like a huge like I haven't seen a lot with Kenneth Branagh as an actor, but I think that's like perfect casting as Gilderoy Lockhart. Like the
Yeah,
charm and the charisma he brings to that is just literally perfection. And for him being like a Shakespeare actor, I just feel like someone like that was the perfect person to play that role. Just everyone was perfect in that
it
series.
just
And not to like jump ahead in the series and everything, but how the fuck did Alan Rickman not get nominated for that last one? Like that
because
is
they don't
Because
give a shit
the
about.
Oscars are a crock of shit.
which is crazy because they've nominated performances in blockbusters. Ian McKellen was nominated as Gandalf in the first Lord of the Rings. So
Angela
like,
Bassett from Black Panther.
oh, you mean the woman who wishes that she won the Oscar, who thinks that she was deserving the win, when yet she
Yeah,
only
I
gave
wish
like
I won an
one
Oscar
decent
too.
monologue?
I mean, that's why people just have Oscar moments in films because they
Like,
That's
feel
oh,
also,
like
but Lord of the Rings for some reason is considered like more mature, I guess, and
yeah,
like
it
I think it's more highly
transcends.
regarded as like
yeah.
Yeah,
where Harry
Watching
Potter
those on
is
the big
lumped as
screen
like
is
a
like an amazing experience. Like
yeah.
the Alamo. Have you guys ever been to the Alamo Draft
I
House?
love the Draft House.
Went one time in Tempe, and that one's closed, isn't it? They changed it, didn't they?
No, they just rebranded it. They call it
Oh,
the
it's just a
Majestic
different name.
now, but it's
Yeah.
essentially the same thing.
So
It's the best theater experience I've had.
they've been doing every year, once a year they put out all three extended editions of the films over 3 weeks. So for the last 3 years I've been doing that because like that to me now is like the definitive way of watching them. Like if I'm gonna watch the movies once a year, I'm gonna go see them in the theater with the extended cuts. Those are just like, I can't imagine watching them now with just the theatrical cuts, although the theatrical cuts are still really great. Like they're good, but the
I
extended
haven't
cuts just
watched
are
the
so much
theatrical
better.
cuts in years, ever since I bought the Blu-rays. I'm sure, so it's probably been over a decade. I think I've only watched them once. The first time I ever watched them. Can't go
That was
back.
one of many snubs of Sean Astin's career. Should have won an Oscar for Rudy.
Should have won an Oscar for Stranger Things.
Should have
Shit.
won an
Well,
Oscar for his 5 seconds in that new Kihu Kwan dump fest.
Ew.
fuck. The Academy Award for Best Actor goes to Sean Astin, The Goonies 2.
Oh God.
I mean, that's a big piece of news that came out, I guess, if you want to call it big
Yeah, I
news.
guess.
We all knew it
So
was going to happen at some point. Like it was bound to happen at some point, but it's just
is
like
Steve involved or
I think
Yeah, a
he's just
producer where
producing
they
it.
just
Yeah.
where they just attach his name. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
how can it?
No,
It
it
Like what are
really
you going to
can't.
can't.
do with it? You know that that's going to
Like,
go straight to streaming. You know that that's not going to be a theatrically
no,
released movie.
they're
It's going
gonna
to go to
make
like
it.
Max or something.
It's gonna be like these different kids, and you'll see the original people. No,
Yeah, like
stop it.
is
Are there
Josh
even
Brolin coming
any
back?
like what's like the best legacy sequel like in terms of sequels that have come out many years
T2
after
Train Spotting.
Train Spotting for
that
me.
Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Blade Runner.
Like
And I know you
what
guys didn't
else?
like it. I thought Beetlejuice was solid at least.
I liked Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
I
I
enjoyed
didn't
it.
think it was a total shitty, like
No,
unwatchable
I didn't
movie.
No,
think it
there were
was. I had
there
a good time with it. I had fun with it. I like
there
the
were parts
sequence
I
where they're singing in
loved.
the church.
But like the thing is, the Goonies doesn't. There's nothing to even like go into a sequel.
No.
Forget it. It was a
Was
kids movie. Now they're 50. You know.
Yeah, like what are
well,
you
yeah,
even gonna do? Like what are
Yeah.
you?
their kids go on an adventure.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it.
Like so
Now, I mean,
silly.
if they turned into like an adult crime thriller when it was just a group of them as adults and there was no kids, I'd be down with
See,
that.
that would
With
be
the
interesting if they get
aesthetic and
everyone
tone of
back and
long
everything.
legs.
Like that
Yeah.
would be kind of cool. That would I would watch that.
I just don't know about that.
Yeah, it's
Like,
And believe me,
too
there's
little,
no
too
bigger
late.
Goonies fan than me. Holy shit, but I'm
what
just
else did
not.
they just do a sequel to? I mean, the Christmas Story sequel wasn't terrible. It
I
was it
like
was
it.
fun. It was nice. It was a fun little film and everything for what
They
it
I'm a
they
fan of
was.
that one.
they knew how to use the nostalgia for the original. They
Hmm.
didn't make some like giant over bloated premise. Like it's
Yeah,
just simple.
and I mean, this
Ethan
isn't a
Kwan doesn't
movie
need to be. Oh, he doesn't need to be leading any films, by the way.
that. Okay, here's the thing.
That ship sailed.
He has a lot of charm and charisma, but that Love Hurts movie that just came out with him was so goddamn terrible,
It
and
looked fucking
like
awful. I
it
can't
was
believe that's in the theaters.
it
I
was
thought that was a
really I
Netflix
mean,
exclusive.
I have A-list, so it's like I'm not paying any money. AMC is paying
Right.
for my ticket and everything. But yeah, that film was just like, even if it
the
was so bad that it was good, I would have been fine
Uh,
with it. But it was
like
just so boring, and it was
I
80
didn't
minutes
even
long.
I
It was
didn't even like Everything Everywhere All at Once, but man, it was cool to see him come
you
back
can
after all
admit that
the
he
years.
was really good in that movie, though.
He was
Like he was.
fine, whatever.
Oh,
It- Look, it was cool that he won an award. It was cool to see him come back. But you know what? Okay, enough already. That was a
I
fun
mean
story. Let's keep it moving.
I think that movie is proof that the Oscar curse is alive, and you have Ariana DeBose who won an Oscar, and she's had the shittiest after
oh, she's been in
Oscars
like
career.
shitty movie one after the other.
Hugh
Argyle.
Kwan, oh my god, I forgot about that piece of poop.
Yeah, that was ass. Matthew Vaughn has only made like 2 good movies in his career too.
I think he's made like one, or he did Kick Ass, right?
Yeah, Kick Ass and First
Kick-Ass.
Class.
Oh, he made First Class. I like the original Kingsman.
I do too, but I haven't had any inkling to revisit it. It
That's
just
true, me
celebrated its
neither.
10th anniversary the other day, so that church scene was floating all over
Oh
Twitter.
my
Watched that.
god,
Watched at a
10
buddy's house
years.
once. He was ranting and raving about it. Oh, Kingsman. His church scene. Fucking woke
I
up.
mean, at the time, like, to me, it was a fun time, but I've never really had an inkling to go back. And the sequel was mediocre,
It
and then
sucked.
the
Worse than
King's Man
mediocre.
I heard was ass, and then Argyle was a piece of shit.
The
That's got to
King's
be my least
Man.
favorite genre
The King's
with
Man.
westerns.
There's a literal
Westerns.
introduction at
Yeah.
the end with a Hitler cameo.
Yeah, that was so dumb. That was
and they
so
do
stupid.
it. They do it like Captain America's walking on screen or something. Like it's
Yeah, they try to make it like they're like, oh, we have the MCU, we're gonna make the KCU, the Kingsman Cinematic Universe.
Ugh.
So dumb.
Yeah,
And then
what?
Argyle like tried to
Hitler
tie into
and-
Kingsman as well. So dumb. So dumb.
Did it?
Like do you like any action movies, Seth? Like I know that
Terminator.
action's not Terminator, okay.
Um,
What's like the
I like-
last recent action movie that you at least liked?
You like
Because you're
any of the
not a Mission Impossible guy,
movies?
right?
no, I don't even know. Like if I'm sitting I got a night downtime, I'm watching something. The last thing I go to is like an action movie.
Mission
I don't even
Impossible
know
is
what-
good though.
My-
Those are like
I don't-
actual good
I don't know.
action movies.
Yeah, I don't know when I even sat down and watched an action movie.
My letterbox wrapped every year is like small
Yeah.
for genres, and then dramas at the top, and it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the whole bar. Yeah, action is not. There's some I really like, but it's
Would you consider like Heat an action movie?
no, yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so.
that's probably the last one that I watched for the first time and was like, "Fuck yeah, this is badass."
No, that movie's great.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
waiting
just
for a Michael Mann comeback. Ferrari was not it. That movie was so average.
Aren't they doing a
Sounds
Heat
boring.
sequel, or
I
is that
wouldn't even
just a
watch
book?
That's like they're trying to get that off the ground. And they want Adam Driver to play young. I think they want him to play young De Niro.
Well, it's better
But-
than De Niro playing young De
Yeah.
Niro.
Well, that's true.
Well, that guy's he's lost his mind. He needs to just disappear.
I
his
started.
mind.
He's on some Netflix show that just dropped, and I started watching it, and it's very mid. It's not
Oh, I
great.
saw that. That's his like debut into television. What
Yeah,
is it, like
it's a
It
great
looks so
cat.
generic.
It's a great cast, like, but
He's doing that thing that people get older do, where they just I wouldn't say taint their legacy, but he's just like doing work just to do shit.
Well, yeah. You have your Daniel Day-Lewis's who will only do it if it's intriguing and they think it's
Mhm.
good. And then on the other spectrum, there's De Niro and a lot of other people that it's a
Pacino.
job.
yeah, Pacino did that Nazi Hunter show. Joe
Yeah, it's a
Pesci was
job.
on the Pete
Jack and
Davidson
Jill.
show.
Honestly, if I was one of those guys, I would probably go that route of, hey, if you're paying me, fuck it, I'll do it. I don't care.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, he's
it's
got
a
to pay
job.
for
But
his
also, we're
newborn
now in the
child.
age where all these like prolific film actors are dabbling in television and everything. So I mean,
I will say it's weird to see Robert De Niro hanging out with his 5-month-old daughter. It's like,
Yeah,
ugh,
like
so
fuck
bizarre.
off.
something a little off about that.
Yeah, your kid's gonna have a dad for like 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years if you're lucky.
Seriously.
Very
They
strange.
should do
Very
a Taxi
strange.
Driver sequel where Travis Bickle's doing Uber.
Speaking of Scorsese, I mean, I know we talked about it briefly in our chat, but the podcast listeners don't know.
Yeah, yeah, hit
However
the news
many,
stuff. There, hit the big news
Yeah,
topics because this
okay,
is, I don't
so
have anything.
yeah. We'll
Scorsese
probably go
announces
through
like
this ballot fast.
Scorsese announces like 5 movies a year that he's trying to work on and everything. It's like, which one is he going to get off the ground? And now he
Now he's
announced that he's
announcing ones
doing
he's
this
already announced
this
before.
crime thriller with DiCaprio, Emily Blunt, and The Rock. And when I saw that, and Nick, I know you're active on Twitter, so I thought it was a Disbussin' Film thing. I thought Disbussin' Film tweeted it.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
guys still use Twitter? You haven't jumped over to Blue Sky?
Blue Sky's boring.
no. I just see the film stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, it's
There's still
like
some funny shit over there.
it's supposed to be like a film about Hawaiian crime, and I guess The Rock
There
is going to
aren't
be
any
the
other
lead in it.
Hawaiians out
Wait.
there.
I thought he was doing the movie about the serial killer at the Chicago World's Fair or whatever that was.
He talked
that guy
about it, but that's
that
what was
actually
also
sounded intriguing.
yeah, the H.H. Holmes one.
Yeah.
But no, this is a different thing.
Okay, this is a different thing with
Yeah.
DiCaprio, The Rock,
And Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. You know what?
Emily Blunt doesn't do much for me.
Like
Yeah, I'm kind of
acting
with you
wise or
there.
look wise?
Both.
Really,
I'm
you
kinda
don't?
with you there.
Wise.
I like her. I think she's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Her
something-
filmography is kind of like not my favorite. I mean, I like her in
bad.
Sicario. I liked her in that.
Oppenheimer.
I would be very
I did like
curious.
her in Oppenheimer for the little time
Just-
she did anything.
I want to see The Rock with like a fucking legit screenwriter, a legit script.
Well, look, that movie that he's doing with Benny Safdie, Marty probably saw it and was really impressed. So that's probably
Fuck, I
why he's
forgot
like,
about that.
Can I tell you why he'll be good? I know you guys were never into pro wrestling, but
Because
like,
he has to play a character.
yeah, he's like one of the best.
I like The Rock. I just don't like.
He was one of the
his
best of all
films
time.
that's-
When it comes to like being his character and shooting on the mic, and that just translates to
Yeah,
like being good at acting.
I think
No,
I just
The Rock is going to be very good as Mark Kerr. That's going to be a very impressive performance. Like, I don't think Benny Safdie would cast The Rock if he can't act. I don't like,
Sure.
I
Like,
mean,
let's
yeah,
get
it
him in some
helps
shit
he
like
was-
that. We don't need to see the fucking Scorpion King 20 or any of this stuff anymore.
Red Notice or Red One.
Yeah.
Red
Oh,
One.
God.
whatever.
Red One
Ugh.
was terrible. That was so bad. That was
Is that the one with
awful.
Jack Black as Santa, or is that a different shitty Santa movie?
no. That's
No,
that's
a
Red.
different one.
That's Red
Dear
Santa,
Santa.
I think.
Oh,
All right,
God.
Dear Santa.
Yeah, and that was from the Farrelly brothers.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Red One sucked.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, let's reconsider what we were saying there.
let me take a little gander at it then.
The Fratelli brothers.
No, I think the Smashing Machine is going to be good. I love how both of the Safdies have movies coming out this year. I think that's pretty cool.
What have they done after Uncut Gems?
They did
Many
a TV show
acts.
with Emma Stone called The Curse.
Okay.
With,
But
they haven't done any
Nathan
movies or
Fielder.
anything.
No, they haven't done any films since Uncut Gems.
Aren't they doing a doc?
I think so. And they were supposed to do a movie with Sandler about like sports gambling or something.
Yeah.
Now
But then
would
that
be-
got
that's
scrapped because of
intriguing.
the strikes and
Uncut
everything.
Gems too.
Okay.
I would have
Cut
liked to
hard.
have seen that.
The biggest crime is how good Julia Fox looked in that movie and what she looks like now.
I know. It's very sad.
Unbelievable.
She was in that recent Soderbergh movie for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, wow, you really have fallen off.
Oh, like as a realtor.
Yeah.
Well,
That
this
movie
always
was
has
not that good
private
either.
chat.
Honestly, there hasn't really been, I mean, I know we're in February, and usually there aren't any good movies that come out around this time, but there really hasn't been like much goodness this year so far. Like everything has been mid or bad.
I mean, the Oscars are so late in the year. You're already trying to catch up with last year's shit.
I know. I hope the Oscars next year are in February again. We need them to be back in February. I'm tired of waiting.
Who's
till
hosting the
March for them.
Oscars this year?
Conan
Conan.
O'Brien.
I like
Okay.
Conan. I think he'll do.
Better than fucking Jimmy Kimmel. Ugh,
Yeah,
Most people are better than Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
that's true. It's not a high bar.
But Conan's I like Conan. He's very
I
funny.
do like Conan. I do like Conan.
oh,
I think he'll do a good job. I wonder how many jokes he'll make about stuff, but I'm sure his jokes will actually be funny because he's
Probably a
actually
lot.
funny.
Just get up there and accept your film award and keep it moving.
Quit thanking God. You did it.
But
We
thank
didn't
you,
do it
God,
for
or
you.
trying to we're sitting in a room full of billions of dollars and we're going to get lectured about how we need to donate to the fucking wildfire relief. It's fucking ridiculous.
You donate.
Yeah. Anyways,
I
that's a
think-
different topic.
That reminds me like how you used to send your old cringy Facebook memories. Like
Yeah.
one of the ones I posted before that I remember that used to pop up was like, Alyssa Milano, you donate to the animals, you dumb bitch.
Well, you know what? It's fucking true. Shit.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, look, I just get sick of that. But it's since this is kind of the Oscars episode, and we're going to be kind of talking about last year's films. Well, what was the good film of last year? Let's hear it, fellas. Break it down. For me.
Well, my favorite film of the year is one that Seth refuses to watch.
So
This is
all
that
of
fucking
them-
4-hour bullshit, man.
What?
It's
4 hours?
3:20.
It's not. It's not The
3:20.
Brutalist. That wasn't my favorite film of the year.
Oh,
That's
okay.
mine.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I must have
Is
missed
your
you
I
guys'
love.
list.
I love The Brutalist, but that wasn't my number one film of the
I can't
year.
I can't even remember. I probably know it, but I
can't even put together a top 10.
What my number one? You don't remember?
Yeah.
Or no? It's TV Glow, which I know neither of you want to watch.
Take it easy, guys. Fuck.
See you later.
Jesus Christ.
Look, the one thing I will say about Jane Schoenbraun,
Jim.
take care of your gums, take care of your teeth, floss a little bit, brush your teeth a little bit.
I think that's the
God
last of
damn.
his problems. Anyways.
Well, they're the first that I noticed.
Oh my god.
Looks like a
No, it was a good
like a
coming of
Twitch-
age film. Like it was
like a
a
Twitch
good
moderator.
90s film. Nice tribute to 90s lifestyles. I don't know. I feel like you guys wouldn't hate it as much as you think.
Well,
you will.
I've watched the fucking first
You'll
film.
like it more than that one. You'll like it much more. This is actually a straightforward narrative. Like it's
I watched the first film it directed, so
I still haven't even
That's-
watched that film because I feel like I'm not gonna like that one.
ooh, it was bad.
It
It
looks
was
like
bad.
poop.
Can I talk about one film? That I have to talk about this.
the
Snack
one
Shack?
film you
DD?
saw.
No, because this really I was disappointed because I was looking forward to it since it was announced.
Oh, Nosferatu.
It did something about it, man. I don't know. It's not what I was expecting at all. I was like genuinely like, what the fuck? I mean, it was
Should we just,
fine.
like-
I liked it.
Can we just like put just in case anybody listening hasn't seen it, we're just gonna put a little spoiler thing here. for
Sure.
Nosferatu, But
Yeah.
I tried so hard to not see what he was gonna look like, and I'm going through my For You page, and I see a picture, and I'm like, no,
So okay, so
No.
you saw it before you watched the movies.
I
You
did,
saw his
and
review.
I had like a visceral, like my soul left my body.
I
when
hate that
saw
I
it.
hate that they spoiled what he looks like for people.
Well,
before. I mean,
it was just annoying people that were posting about it, not like
Mhm.
anything official. Just people.
You know,
that-
my thing was with it, like if you didn't tell me that Robert Eggers directed that, I would just think it. To me, it just seemed like one of every movie that comes out nowadays. Nothing about it was like, I don't know. I was just disappointed in that sense. It was fine. I enjoyed it, but a little too much of like the jump scares. I'm like, what is this?
too many jump
This is like-
scares. Yeah.
yeah, like, I'm like, what is this? I don't want to see this. I thought Bill looked good. It's in the look was cool.
What about
glad
his
I
voice?
saw- I'm glad I saw it beforehand, because if I saw it in the movie, it probably would have
Yeah.
been worse.
I don't know, man. I mean, he was fine. I really didn't care for what's her name. I thought
That's
she was just like,
crazy. I thought she was so
I just
good.
thought she was over the top, and man, I wanted to love that movie. I really did.
well,
It
who did you
really
like
was-
most in that movie? Nicholas Holt. I thought
There
he
was
was
some
really.
be-
I
Yeah,
thought
he was fine. I mean, it was. A
I
fun
get it
movie.
though.
was-
It, like compared to the rest of his work, it's definitely the weakest of his films
Well-
because it definitely feels like it's him adapting something. His other three were original works and
Yeah.
everything. So,
And-
and
well,
I've
you know
never
what,
seen
and
any other Nosferatu adaptations.
Shut
That's-
the
This is
fuck
my
up
that's
and
what
let
I'm
Seth
saying.
talk.
over the past 5 years, maybe 5, 6 years, I really have grown to like the Herzog Nosferatu. Like that's just been one that I go to almost every year. It's just
Right.
like a regular watch.
That's what everyone seems to
And
say. Everyone seems to
yeah,
say that
I
that one's better than this one.
I just had more of like that sort of vibe in my head, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna watch it again. It was just not what I thought it was gonna be. That was really one of the big surprises of the year for me, and not a great surprise.
Well, the 4K's on back order, just like everything you buy nowadays, because they
Damn,
can't meet demand anymore.
Well,
But
killing
now,
physical
well, he's
media.
already announced his next movie. I think it's going to be about a
werewolf.
werewolf. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah. That could be
so.
good. I mean, you
What
kind
if
of
he
know what
just
vibe you're gonna get.
What if he just makes like the Robert Eggers monster cinematic universe? He makes Nosferatu, Wolfman,
I'm
Invisible
I'm wait.
Man.
So is Jennifer Connelly going to be back for Labyrinth 2? That's what the fans want to know. Okay, that's what we're waiting for.
Can you imagine if he actually like caved in and made that? Like, can you imagine? Because
Yeah,
he's
can you
all about
imagine
like,
if
oh, I
he?
make films so far in the past. I'm not going to make anything that's set in
Look,
present day. Blah blah blah.
Nick, I know you don't like Labyrinth. I'm not a huge Labyrinth fan,
I've never
but
seen it.
really,
Yeah, I've never seen it.
now
You
the
might
David
like it.
Bowie
vibe,
kind of freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, he's disturbing.
But I
I'll
loved
grant you
Very
Man Who
that.
Fell
different
to
vibe.
Earth. I love that movie.
But the vibe of Labyrinth, man, Robert Eggers, it just lines up, man. Like I could instantly see that he could fucking do something pretty unique with that. I think.
I can't imagine Robert Eggers using puppets. But
I don't know how. I mean, I would be very curious how that would turn out. I don't know.
I mean, he's
We'll
got a
see.
bunch of things lined up. There's The Night, I think, was another one that was talked about, and
I'm still high on Robert E. That didn't deter me, but
I think the bar was just so high that
it
it's like
was. It
at some
was.
point you're gonna watch something that isn't up to the level
It's
of The
like
Witch.
three fucking world class, top quality films. Well, two, and then The Lighthouse is pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't
The
watched The
Lighthouse
Lighthouse
is
in a
my
couple
favorite
years.
from him. I love The Lighthouse. I'm a big fan of that. I mean, I love The Witch too.
I
Like,
think it's hard for anything other than The Witch being the best.
Which is a masterwork.
I mean, that's just like one of the best debut films ever.
yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about debuts of the last 10 years, that's like really up there as one of the
Oof,
greats.
so good.
Speaking of debut, Dee Dee won best debut film or whatever award that
Talk
was.
about a film that should have gotten much more love this season. And I'm glad that the indie spirits like knew how good that film was and
Now,
everything.
see on the other side, that was a big surprise for me. I knew that was going to be something I'd like. I liked that vibe, but I didn't expect to like it that much. That was a fantastic
How
watch.
old were you guys like around that time, 2008? Like you guys were not too far
I
from that kid's age.
13,
Yeah, man, I would have been 17,
perfect
18. Yeah,
age. Yeah, perfect age for
Did it
me
like
at
bring
least.
back some memories for you guys around that time and everything? Like
it did.
the
That was like
internet
mid
chat
90s.
thing, the
Oh, the
YouTube
internet chat for
stuff.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was like mid 90s for the early 2000s.
Yeah, I'm waiting
yeah.
for them to make one for the 2010s from when I was around
Well,
that age
as
and everything.
time
So
keeps flying by, they'll keep doing the same
it
thing with the
it just
different
feels crazy
decades.
calling the film that's set in 2008 a period piece, and that was
I
only
know.
17
I
years
know.
ago. That's just
Dude,
Well,
crazy to me.
I
when I hear that a film was oh, this was made in 1999, in my head, I think, so 10 years ago. No, or
no,
30.
No,
Fuck.
it's
fucking
crazy.
gross. And 2008 is like a seminal year in my life that like kind of everything else revolves around for multiple reasons. One of them, which may be the dumbest reason, that's the year the Phillies won the World Series. But it was also the year I moved to Texas. It was also yeah. Speaking of the baseball documentary, you just gloss over 2008, and at the very end of it, there's a whole lot of Yankee shit in those
Well, there
last
should
couple
be.
episodes.
Rightfully so.
I didn't know George Steinbrenner was such a loser when he first took over the.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Hey, you can have a beard now in the Yankees.
I was
About
so curious to
time.
hear your opinion on that. I was like, what
I
does
think the
Seth think of this?
reactions from some of the former players is really weird.
I mean, it's weird that they had a 30-minute press conference about it.
The whole thing is weird. The
It
whole
is
like
weird.
patting themselves on the back for
No, but
instituting.
I'm not.
I
I'm
just
not a sports watcher, so I don't know any about this. Why couldn't they have a beard? I sound like
it
a
was
fucking
something.
imbecile asking this.
No. I mean, that's a fair
George
question because no other
Steinbrenner
team is
wanted to
last.
put
Yeah,
discipline and order into his team because he was in the military and he wants
no,
to.
but I always kind of liked that. It was like a unique thing, but it was time to get rid of it. Their guys have beards now, and I think what they've seen is that it might have stopped some guys that they could have pursued.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Judge came out and was like, "If that's
Right.
stopping you from coming, you shouldn't come." And it's like, okay,
Well,
shut up.
that's what the captain has to say.
That's
I
just
don't I don't need to hear anything from Mr. July though. To be honest with you,
who? Oh,
Mr. July.
that's a great point.
Fuck. Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's probably PTSD. I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
That was not very kind.
Worst fucking playoff inning in baseball history. Anyways, back to films.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. I got on a tangent. What were we
You guys
talking
see the
about?
last Showgirl?
I haven't.
I saw it
do
at
want
TIFF at
to.
the world premiere.
It's pretty good. I didn't love it. It wasn't
I
amazing.
thought it was okay.
solid.
It reminded me a lot of like not necessarily like the same plot, but like it kind of reminded me of like The Wrestler a little bit. Just how this
exactly.
That's the vibe
this washed
I
up
was
person,
thinking.
and how this was the only thing they had in their life, and if they don't continue it, then they have nothing to live for and everything.
It's the wrestler for a Vegas performer, and I thought the same thing. And then on Letterboxd, when you see related films, number one is the wrestler.
Like
So
when I saw it at TIFF, because like no one had seen it at that point. There was no trailer, there was nothing. There was really no plot about it either. It was just about this showgirl. That's all I knew walking in, and I was just like, it was okay. Like it wasn't bad, but like there was a lot of hype walking into it because everyone was like, oh my god, the comeback of Pamela Anderson and this cast and everything.
But she
Honestly,
she
for
was
me,
never like a great actress.
no,
That wasn't what she was known for.
I haven't really seen
She was never really
anything
given a
with her.
chance to do
I saw
anything.
I
Yeah.
watched Home Improvement, and that was it.
Fuck
Like,
yeah, baby.
like,
Love that
yeah.
shit.
what was her name on Home Improvement?
I don't know, so
I
I
was
must
just
not like
watching
it that much.
They just dropped all of Home Improvement on Netflix, and I'm like thinking of rewatching it just for the hell of it.
Oh shit, I always wanted that Binford Toolbox DVD set.
What is her name? Oh my god! What's
I mean,
her name?
they just
Lisa.
always.
That's her name.
Lisa.
Oh,
But she was never Pam Anderson was never known for being
She
a
was
great
just the
actress.
chick
She was
to
a
look
sex
at,
symbol.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I
exactly.
think the interesting thing in her doc is that that's pretty much what she talks about. I was like, I was never given the chance to be anything but like.
I
the
mean, it's great
bombshell
that she was
I
given
forgot
an
about the doc.
opportunity to do so, but like her performance to me, I mean, she was good in the movie, but she wasn't even like the best person in that movie. A lot of people were
No.
highlighting Jamie Lee, and I'm like, she was fine too. Like she wasn't anything that great.
She
I
grosses
think
me out.
honestly,
man.
I don't know if you agree, Seth. I don't know where you stand on this. I think Batista was the best cast.
He was
casting
fucking
then.
good, man.
Like he was
He
good.
was fucking
in that?
good.
He was really.
I can't
good.
believe how he looked in that. I'm like, just like not even the same guy.
I didn't even
man.
know that was him
Batista
until
Yeah.
like
Batista
I was
is
like,
what The Rock wishes he could be.
I think
It's-
that's what
Batista
The Rock is.
is-
I think The Rock heard Batista's words and he's like, "Well, fuck, now I have to try to live up to
Yeah.
that." Because
But
even
no.
John Cena is not even that bad of an actor either. Like
He's not even
Yeah.
that good of an
kind
actor.
of solid.
I agree with what you're saying though. I didn't think Pam Anderson was like this amazing performance. I thought she was solid in the movie though. It's like, to see her act and hold her own was
But
pretty good.
I don't think I'll ever get tired of like washed up actor coming back for a role.
Right.
And,
Right.
It's a fun. It's a fun thing to
Yeah.
look. It's like who's going to be the next person to do that?
Right. Which is, I mean, we joke about it. We're like, oh, Macaulay Culkin's time or whoever. Like, we always joke about it. But
I'm telling
like
you right
him.
now, not to jump ahead on the Oscar predictions and everything, but once his brother wins the Oscar next week, he's going to be like, well, now I have to come back and everything.
I don't
Now
know if
I
he
have to
cares
try to
that
get
much,
the Oscar.
though.
I don't know. I feel like
He has kids. He found
I think
love.
he wants to come back. I think he wants to do so, or maybe he's just happy being the family man that he is.
I mean, he
with,
shows up in Red
who's he
Letter
with?
Media all the time.
Brenda Song, right?
Wait,
Who
who-
also was in the
He
last
was
show.
in the Lost Showgirl, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was I don't know. I've always liked Pam. I still think she looks good.
Seth probably
yeah, for
unbuckled his
sure.
pants when Jamie Lee was dancing to what was the song? Total Eclipse of the
Dude.
Heart.
Yeah, you know what? I'm the biggest Halloween fan there is, but I don't. Jamie Lee grosses me out. She needs to just tone it down a little bit.
It's not.
I don't
for
need to see her
you.
in a fucking G-string and her fucking tits flopping around. And I don't know, man. It's just weird.
Maybe you need to gain some of the confidence that she has.
Whatever. It
Yeah.
was
Dance
it was
around your-
interesting.
That film
Dance
was
around your
that film
condo
was
like
fine.
Buffalo Bill.
It was okay.
I
Not
did like it.
terrible,
I liked
but
it.
I love Kiernan Shipka.
I
I
like her too.
yeah, she's
Oh,
She's
she
never.
must have been one of the hot chicks.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's the
Okay.
other one. I don't know if how
Okay.
many there are,
Yeah,
but
and
I think it's
what's her
like
name's
her
in
and
there?
Brenda
Macaulay
Song.
Culkin's wife's in there
Yeah,
too.
Brenda Song.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Brenda
yeah.
Song was like so like repulsive in Social Network.
Oh shit, she was in that. Fuck. Man, I haven't watched that in a
She
long
shows up
time.
in a
It's
bunch of stuff.
problematic film though. I don't
Sucking
want
on
to.
Andy's D in the bathroom stall.
Yeah, it's pretty
Is that what she
problematic
did?
cinematic experience.
Mark,
Oh yeah, that was her that sucked on Mark.
I don't remember
No,
that
she
movie
sucked
very
on
much.
Andrew.
Oh, sucked on Andrew. That's right. Yeah,
Eduardo.
yeah. Yeah, I don't
Eduardo
think Mark got a
Saverin.
whole lot of sucking. I don't think Mark got a whole lot of sucking.
Yeah, Rooney Mara dumped his ass in the first scene of that movie.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I think we'd
God.
all do a little sucking on Andrew.
Fucking love Andy G.
Wait, Seth, didn't
Oh,
you
that.
watch the movie with him and Florence Pugh?
Yeah, it was okay. I don't really remember anything about it. She sucked. I don't like her. It would have been a
I
4-star movie if you took her out and put somebody else in. I also didn't
I
really
like
like
her.
the fucking Kieran Culkin Jesse Eisenberg movie either. I mean, it was fine.
Oh,
He was fucking annoying in that movie.
well, okay. That is exactly what I thought, and I was like, that. I guess that's the point. Like he's fucking annoying, but
Oh, he was just
but I,
chronically offended by everything.
but
Fuck.
just like Jesse in the movie. By the end of it, I was like, I like this guy. Like he's annoying as
Yeah,
fuck, but I
I
like
don't
the
know.
guy and I like the movie. And
I've
Jennifer
always been a big
Grey.
Kieran Culkin fan, but holy shit, was I
I will
annoyed
say
That's
with
just
him.
him
as
though.
someone
He is
who
annoying.
loves that movie, and I like that performance a lot. I mean, not to jump ahead and everything, but I don't think he should win the Oscar for that. I really don't. And the fact that he's
I mean, I thought it
sweeping
was fine.
everywhere, it's like
Yeah,
this is the performance that's sweeping everywhere. Like it's very
yeah,
weird to me.
Like, are we
I
forgetting Guy
liked the film,
Pearce?
but
Yeah, Guy Pearce is the best of that lineup of those nominees. And Seth, I
However,
know that you joke around about long run times and everything, but I actually do think that you would like The Brutalist. Maybe you won't love it as much as me and Nick, but I feel
I'm
like that
sure I
one you
would.
would like.
It's just like The Brutalist or The Irishman. Going with The Irishman if
Brutalist.
I'm carving up that time. Oh, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, but The
I mean,
Brutalist is
it's
10 minutes shorter.
yeah, it's just about as long as Titanic.
Well, one of them was directed by the guy that made Goodfellas. The other one was directed by the guy that did Vox Lux. So I
Okay,
know what I'm
more
picking.
like
I haven't even
Childhood of a
seen Vox
Leader.
Lux, and I like even I was impressed by
Oof.
this one. I did just
Vox.
watch Mysterious Skin for the first time about a
Oh
month ago,
God.
where he's
Is
acting
that
in.
the JGL?
That film
Yeah.
was fucking sad. That was a
Is
really
that like a
It's the.
gay film?
It's more than that. It's like
JGL is gay, but like it's not really about that. He's a
That's what I
prostitute,
took
and
out of it.
it's like.
no,
Well,
that film
yeah,
is really
you're always looking for the
sad.
gay shit.
That was a tough watch. Tough watch.
Yeah, like he thinks he's.
I didn't know if it was something about being molested or gay or something.
Well, no, he was sexually assaulted as a kid,
Oh, okay. So it
and
is about. Okay.
Yeah, it is about
mhm.
that. Michelle Trachtenberg's in it.
Well. Oh, okay. Well, I just watched her in. Wait. Who's in it?
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Michelle
Oh,
Trachtenberg.
okay. Yeah. Just watched her in Take Me Home Tonight. There's a real gem if you guys haven't seen it.
Ooh,
Topher Grace's best work.
I do
Better
like
than
that.
Interstellar or whatever the fuck he was in.
That 70s show.
Oh, that was a pretty good performance
Spider-Man
too.
3.
Black
Heritage.
I'm so
Klansman.
ready for that. Dude, Christopher Nolan's next film is going to be a fucking flop.
No, it's not. You're just a
It
hater.
is.
You're just
It's
a
not
It
gonna
hater.
is.
flop, but it's not gonna
Yeah.
be as good as Oppenheimer. I'll tell you that.
You know what the
Nothing's
death?
gonna be as good as Oppenheimer.
It's the
Like,
death. He put the death kiss on it when he casted whatever page. That's the fucking. That's the death kiss.
That's the death kiss, not the
Yep.
sword and sandals setting that is so tiresome.
Oh, could be the worst filmmaker working today.
that's ridiculous.
You want to watch The Dark Knight? Well, Uwe Ball's coming out with one with fucking the Cannibal Army.
Well, I see that's the difference is Christopher Nolan is a working director and Uwe Ball sucks.
Oh. Anyway, someone lead this. Come on, go.
So
Oh,
impatient.
no.
Fuck.
We're just talking. We're just chatting.
Well,
Speaking
we're
of
getting into.
speaking of
Okay.
Florence Pugh, though, real quick, I want to go back to that. I ended up watching A Good Person. Did you guys see A Good Person?
The
Zach
Zach
Braff
Braff
film.
movie.
Yeah, the Zach Braff movie.
I
hmm
think that was like a 3-star for me. It was all right.
It was
I
just
liked it. I watched it while I was
Yeah.
tripping, and that
Okay.
was awful.
Yeah. I just
Just
remember.
depressing.
Didn't she like? What's the plot? Like she killed the
She
or
killed
something with Morgan
her
Freeman's son.
sister-in-law, and yeah,
Okay. Yeah. That's
yeah.
right. I don't
I
know.
like I liked that movie. I
So
may
it
be a
was
little
fine.
biased because it was shot here in Jersey, so I may be a little biased towards that. We don't really have a lot
I've
of
kind of
New
realized
Jersey
though,
set films anymore.
unless it's written and directed by Zach Braff, I
And
probably am okay with missing it.
He wrote it too, so
Oh fuck.
Oh
Shit.
well.
Well, never
That's
mind.
what. That's where the excitement was, because it's like, oh, he's back.
You're
He's back
right. That must have been
writing
why I
it.
watched it.
I liked it. It was very overly depressing, but I
mm.
don't know. I like Florence Pugh.
If I'm watching Zach Braff, it's going to be cheaper by the dozen.
Why?
Not Chicken Little.
Oh God.
What the fuck? I
Florence
didn't even know
Pugh.
he's in these movies.
Oh, I was scrolling past the other day and I saw. This is how I found out it was cheaper by the dozen with like all these mixed kids and like a black wife, and then it's Zach
Like a
Braff.
show, or
No, it's like I'm like, what
It
is
was
this
it was a
version?
film.
oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about
Oh, it
the
looked
Steve
ass. It
Martin
looked bad.
ones.
No, I didn't even know they made another one.
Yeah, the originals look like shit.
Yeah.
Never watched them.
Nope.
What the fuck?
Anyways,
What have you been playing, Seth?
this is this is not a gaming podcast.
No, talk
No, but
about your games.
I'm curious. I'm
Oh,
very
playing all
curious
sorts of
because
stuff.
I just finished a 50 hour journey yesterday with Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh, okay. That's a big one.
I'm
I've
a
never I've never even played two. I played the first one, broke my phone because I was so pissed playing it.
the 2 was the first one I played, and I loved it.
Okay.
I didn't finish it.
Okay.
I got stuck at a certain part, and I just like, I'm
Okay.
not grinding to to
Yeah.
do this. And then I
That's
played.
a that's a big game. I can't believe you tackled a 50
That was
hour one. That's impressive.
that was the first one I beat. I mean,
Okay.
I really like the series. It starts to get a little tedious after a
Sure.
while, but
Any game of that length, by the time you get to the end, it's like, okay, let's keep it moving.
like you get to the end and it's just giant
Yeah,
craft or giant area, and it took me hours just to get through it. Like the
sure.
scale is huge,
I've
but
just been
it's
trying to burn through some of my list, without buying shit, which has been good. So
that's what I'm that's what I'm trying to do.
I
I
did try to play Kingdom Come, the first one.
Ah,
I
damn!
me
I
tried to
was
play
I
the
thought
first
you were
one.
about to say Kingdom Hearts, and I was gonna get so
No.
excited.
I fucking love Kingdom Hearts, but I tried playing the first Kingdom Come, and
I did
man, it's too
too.
slow for me.
I
It's just
can't
slow.
do it. I
Like
appreciate what they're doing with it. Like, you start stupid
right.
and weak, but
I I've
I
heard by the
can't.
time you get to the end of that game, you're so overpowered, but it's like dude, I want to have like fucking fireballs and shit.
I got out of the first area, and then I'm traversing down the road, and I come across some random person, and they just like fucking kill me. I've got a sword and
It's like,
everything, and they just kill me.
I don't know. I'll get back to that at some point. That was like the last big game though that I tried to, absorb myself into. I'm just, I've learned if I'm 15 hours in, I'm not having fun and there's still like 70 hours left, well, I'm moving on.
That's what I have
Yeah.
to do. I have to tell you a stupid story. Have you ever done either of you guys ever done mushroom gummies?
I don't partake in psychedelics, but
I
They
have. Yes, I have.
they make everything you feel like 10 times. Like, everything's exaggerated. You know what I'm talking about, old
Mm-hmm.
Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were a few weeks ago, we were, I don't know, doing something. We were watching something. It was on the PlayStation, and I I see Seth is playing Lego Harry Potter. And I shit I I
I was gonna
shit
bring that up, but I didn't want to talk about that's what I've been playing.
I shit you not. For some reason, looking at that screen, watching you playing Lego Harry Potter, I felt so sad. I was
my god!
I
Fuck
was
no,
like,
dude.
I was like, my emotions went up to here.
No.
I was like, all I can think, and I think it was Jess was here and Taylor, and I was like, all
You
I
said
think
that to
about,
them, did you?
yeah, I was like, all I can think about is how sad I feel that Seth is sitting alone in his apartment playing Lego Harry Potter.
Can
And
I
then,
tell
like,
you what I do? I
yeah.
have something on my TV and I'm holding my Portal while I'm playing that. So it's like, it's just shit I kind of do in the background.
But I
I've
was
been
like,
trying to 100% that. Holy fuck, is it a pain?
oh yeah, I'm sure you got to collect a shit ton of stuff.
I'm so embarrassed now. Fuck.
No, don't be. I was just, I played it. I like it a lot. But for some reason, I couldn't.
No,
I couldn't get
that's
it out of
fun.
It's
my
just hearing
head. Just
Seth
like,
play that is hilarious. The idea of Seth playing that is hysterical.
it's like what we joke about. Just like,
That's, yeah, a fucking, hi, I'm going to be 35. I'm single. I got no kids. And I'm playing Lego Harry Potter on Friday night.
holy fuck! I just remember that. It's so.
That's hilarious.
I'm trying to beat that so then I can move on to Lego Jurassic Park.
Lego Jurassic.
I've got all the fucking. I got Lego Hobbit, all Lego Star Wars, Lego Jurassic Park. Fuck,
Oh my
they're
god,
fun. I don't know why they're fun games.
Wait,
I like them. I like them.
Speaking briefly of Jurassic Park, how do we feel about that new one that's coming out? Nick seems to be excited about it. It looks better than the last few, I think. Not that might be saying much.
Yeah, it's not saying
whatever.
anything. There's only one
But
good
like
one. In the whole
Scarlett's in
franchise.
it, Mahershala's in it,
Jonathan
Bailey's in it. Like it's a good cast.
Dancing through
Where
life.
are they going?
You know?
Is this the original island? What is the plot?
They're
of
going to
this?
like a secondary island, I think, because the original
they're
island
going
is
to the
gone.
island?
It's like a research facility or something.
So are they going to the Isla Sonar from what's it called?
I believe so. Yeah.
From Jurassic Park 2? Isla
I think it's
Sorna.
I think it's like a research facility where they were cross pollinating
Yeah, because
dinosaurs.
people
So
forget
there's,
that
like,
Isla Nublar
crossbreeds.
was blown up in the second Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, that was
Um,
like the volcano, and then the big dinosaur died.
The
Yeah, that
best
was a
part
pretty
of
good
that
scene.
movie.
that was like the saddest
Yeah,
scene ever.
that was a good scene, and then it just went way downhill.
And they started auctioning off dinosaurs. What the fuck?
How many times are we going to send a crew of people to these fucking islands?
The only thing though that like somewhat intrigues me about this new one, besides the cast, is that David Koepp, who wrote the original Jurassic Park, is the sole writer on this one. So I think that's a
Gareth
good sign.
Edwards.
I think that's a good sign. I like Gareth Edwards.
Me
It's not my
too.
favorite
Well,
director, but I like him.
I don't know if you've heard, but the creator's better than Star Wars.
Oh, I've heard. And even I was
It
like,
is.
what?
It is.
I've
Still
seen a
is.
lot of stupid shit on Letterboxd. That's up there.
You know,
it could be the top.
You know what the dumbest thing about Letterboxd is? How high the Star Wars films are rated. It's totally.
And I'm not even I'm not a Star Wars enthusiast.
Star Wars sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. But man, the creator's not better than the original Star Wars trilogy. That's nonsense.
You're right. It's better than any other Star Wars film that was made.
It could be better than the new ones though, because man, I watched Rogue One and then I'm fucking stopped.
Hey, I like Force Awakens.
So did I.
That was exciting when it came out. And then
10 years ago. That's what's nuts. It's
that is fucked.
Like 10 years ago. How about the fact that you guys started your pod 10 years ago?
Dude.
10 years? That's when I bought this shitty mic too.
Actually, the mic sounds not too bad today. It actually sounds better than you.
I didn't know I was the one that was having a problem with the mic.
Yeah, I
never
didn't know
knew
that-
I had an issue. I thought
didn't
Nick
know
had the
either.
problem.
I always do. Thought it was me. I didn't even know there was an issue. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
You guys don't edit the podcast.
That's true.
Well, that's
we
true.
don't record it. We don't edit it. We don't. It's just dead. This shit is fucking been dead.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well.
I'm trying. You know
hopefully I'll
what?
be
It's the
dead
name.
soon.
I hate the name of our podcast. I don't like it.
He's
at
getting
all.
real.
No, I
change it.
am. I mean,
Cinema
it's like what we were
Scumbags
talking
Therapy
about.
Hour.
Let's change
Well,
it.
you know,
Rebrand.
when we did this when I was 24, and we were like, it was kind of a persona thing. Like we're fucking being assholes against these group of guys. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
totally.
but there's no podcast like that. Everyone now is just too nice and everything.
No. I
Even
like
me,
the brand.
I'm too nice with my pod.
I like the way we talk. I just don't like the title. Like I think it's very off-putting.
Well,
very
think about it.
off-putting.
We'll change it up.
Yeah, I mean, I would never
Rebranding.
change the format or how I talk.
Sure.
Still say offensive shit, but the title is,
It
you know,
just sounds like
it's very just like a
edgy
negative. Yeah, it's just
2015.
right. And I was in my 20s when we came up with it.
Well, I mean, the art is 10 years old too at this
Right.
point.
It needs a whole rebrand.
It's
And like,
time.
we've done so many episodes that were half-assed and that could
Yeah,
honestly
we
be done way better.
no research, no time putting into
Like,
prepping.
I've honestly thought about that. Like, honestly, go through and re-record the whole fucking thing, just
We
better.
could. We could just start fresh with a whole
Uh,
new podcast,
I think
totally disconnected.
that would be something that would get me back on board with it because I like doing it, but man, it's like cinema scumbags, still part of
Yeah.
that persona. It's like can't get any guests or anyone wants to come on because it sounds so shitty.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. Let's have a dialogue
We'll talk about it.
off
We'll talk about it.
screen.
But you know what we should talk about? Because we're an hour into this. It's the Oscars, baby, and we're with our residential Oscar expert, from the rolling tape himself, from the Film Fragments podcast.
Are you reading
From
it
Life
from your
Moves
screen?
No, this is from Life Moves Pretty Fast podcast, Mr. Brian Sudfield. Now
Hour
you
into
won't
this, we're
get.
introducing him.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we could have done this an hour ago. Now you won't get episodes about, the Last Picture Show and American Honey on the
Hold
Life Moves
on now.
Pretty Fast
Hold on
podcast,
now. Hold
but
Hold
on.
on one
For-
second.
but you'll get a great analysis of Sky High and Big Fat Liar if that's what you're dying to hear about.
Hold on. Someone did pick the Last Picture Show, and I am doing that episode very soon. Okay, so
Okay.
no assuming. No one has picked American Honey though yet, but someone did pick
I
Fish
was
Tank. Someone did pick. Don't worry, you'll get your
okay.
smelly Andrea Arnold taste on
I
the
was
podcast
thinking
soon.
I was thinking about your podcast with them thinking, there's a lot of heavy hitters missing from this list of films,
Oh,
but he's rolling
believe
out
me,
Sky
I
High
know.
episodes.
Nobody has picked Superbad yet, which is crazy. That might be the biggest one.
Maybe
that-
you need to do the pitching.
Yeah, why don't you pick it? You're
I'm
fucking
not gonna
recording
pick it. I let the guests pick whatever they want. I'm not gonna force a guest to talk about something they're not passionate about.
But you can just be like, "Hey, I'm doing an episode on this. Do you want to be in it?"
Hey, Shapiro, want some Ritalin?
Hey, be happy I did an episode on that, Seth.
Oh, I am. Still have to listen to it, but I will.
Yeah, Steph, what up?
Oh, Steph, what up?
That was the first time I watched that movie. I liked
Speaking
that
of
movie.
annoying fucks these days, Josh
yeah.
Peck, like everything I see from him is just like
one of the-
2017 TikTok humor. He's just
Yeah, I
annoying.
see his podcast. I just click. I don't.
Can you believe that guy was in? I mean, I know Seth is going to make a joke, but it still blows my mind that he was in Oppenheimer. It's like, of all the people that you cast,
Everybody
what
was
did
in
Christopher Nolan
Oppenheimer.
see in Josh Peck? And
He
why
could
did
hit a-
he give
he
him
could
the
hit a
role of
button.
pushing the button?
Yeah,
he
that
could
is
hit a
odd.
button.
Shit.
He was probably just a
Still
big
gotta
fan of
watch
Drake
that.
and Josh.
Yeah,
Christopher
Christopher
Nolan.
Nolan probably watched Drake and Josh with his kids and was like, "Oh, I want to cast that guy in one of my movies someday."
Should have been Drake.
Oh
So he
man,
can sing when the bomb goes off.
I found a way.
Found a way. Oh, I
God
do love the
damn.
whackness
You-
though. That is love that movie.
I listen to what's the song that plays at the end? All the Young Dudes. I listen to that song all the
Yes.
time. It's so good.
Is
Now,
that like
I
All
will
the Small
say-
things?
No, and I will say, it was. I agree with your statement. Josh Peck does not give the best performance in that movie, but I like it so much. I like the vibe and the message that I can look past that.
It has a
but
good vibe.
He does
to
have
it.
some. He's got some cringy dialogue.
Yeah, but maybe that's just the writing.
Give me some drugs. I'm
Probably.
depressed.
What's
Yeah,
that fucking guy done lately? What is his
Remember
name?
I
when
fucking
he yells
love
at his
Ben
when he yells
Kingsley.
at his parents, "You're both acting like children."
Man, I love that shit. Oh God.
It is good. I did enjoy it. It was a fun. I always love when people pitch movies I haven't seen for the pod. I do enjoy that.
There's just so many awkward moments, like when when he bangs her in the shower, and then he's like, "Steph, I love you," and she's like, "Say
What?
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 Peace out forever."
Good God.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, the whackness.
Well, should we
rough.
talk about the award season?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's talk about good films. Wow,
Okay,
kind
it's
of.
the Oscars, and actually somebody requested this. My guy Matthew Oliveri, he messaged me, said, "Are we doing a Oscars episode?" I'm like, "Well, if you're requesting it, I'll ask Nick."
I guess we'll do
So
it.
you could thank Matthew for this.
I
Matthew,
think
you
Heck
and the
yeah.
4 other listeners.
I think one of our Ryan listeners was like, "When are you guys putting something out?" I was like, "I don't know, fucking ask Seth."
Oh yeah, Ryan's an old timer. Yep, he's always there. So we still love you, Five Guys.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Five
Five
Guys.
Guys.
Ooh,
Craving their fries right now.
Whoa. All right. Okay. So the format of this is the same thing. We're not playing for anything. I'm stepping away from playing for anything after I got shafted last year. First time I won in years, and they're like, "I can't
only
send
time
you
you've
a
won.
$20 Blu-ray. It's just not in my budget." Any new heads for your Chucky doll, Seth?
Nope, no new heads. It's
Have you
nested
added
safely.
anything to your collection?
No, I really haven't.
Okay,
He's
all
still
right.
in there.
He's
No
still in
major.
there.
I never told you guys I had that Home Alone Lego house. That
Mm.
fucking nonsense. Put it all together,
Oh no.
and I bought this $80 light kit that I thought, okay, I'm gonna just slap it on to really it would illuminate it. You like the ins. You can look in the windows and there's lights on in the house. It's fucking awesome. Well, little did I know that was gonna be a 3-day process.
You have to
So I'm working on the front of
take it
the
down.
house, putting the Christmas lights on. The whole fucking house came apart. I had parts all over the fucking ground.
Oh no.
So,
I
no
wish I could be
lights.
there to witness this breakdown.
No lights. Now we're going into March of 2025. The house isn't put together.
Jeez.
Can we
Still
see
sitting
it?
out here.
Is it at an angle we can see it if you turn
No,
it?
because it's it's mostly reconstructed, but it's just not a finished product. So
Oh,
that's been a disaster.
oh gosh.
So like everything half finished.
Yep. Can't even fucking do a Lego set without it being a problem. But
Legos are
like his
fun.
lights, it was
Legos are fun to build until they aren't fun to build.
I had it all put together. Like I was done with it, but it was the lights. You got to take some of the shit together and fucking weave the lights in. And
Mm.
oh,
Mm.
God, I almost had a stroke.
Yeah, Taylor and I have been talking about getting the big Hogwarts set at some point.
Oh, it's fun. I had a great time putting it together. I just wouldn't
Yeah,
recommend
it's
adding a light kit to it.
but that's fucking cool.
They are really
That's
cool.
what I'm
That
saying. The
sucks.
fucking lights look like the lighthouse brings it to life. You're sitting here and then you
Yeah.
can look in the rooms. I mean, it's great.
So many cool sets that they have. I think they just put
It's
out
just
like
like
a
not
Jaws
another
set
hobby.
recently.
Oh, I want that Jaws set big time.
Not
Big
another
time.
hobby I need to get into.
No.
No, I did that as a kid, and then once I moved into my own place, I sold all my Legos to the child of one of my mom's friends.
Oh, is it like the end of
Ah.
Toy Story 3 when you're
Yeah,
giving
so I
away
was
your
gonna
Lego?
say.
And this is the
Andy.
Hogwarts set, and this is the Millennium Falcon, and
You look-
this.
As you're getting back in your car, you look back at your fucking Lego figure. Thanks,
I waved
guys.
to my Han Solo Lego figurine.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for all you did for me.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Oh
That was
my God.
funny. All right, let's talk
Thank
some
God.
Oscar films. Now, should we just go for like the big ones or should we do everything?
I liked it when we
I'm
do
not talking about
everything.
fucking. Okay, if you want
I
to talk about
like it. It's
fucking.
fun. It's fun. Listen, we have someone here who's seen everything. We have Nick
All
who's
right,
seen most of the stuff, and then we
all
have
right,
you who hasn't seen like anything.
all
So
right.
it's fun.
If you want to make predictions for the best foreign costume, then we can do that.
Oh, you've seen the live action short film Anuja, Brian?
No, I haven't seen any of the shorts.
Okay. All right. Well, same format. We're just gonna go through the nominations and probably talk about some as we're going through them because I'm sure we have some thoughts. Seth, you can jump in whenever.
Okay. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm the last person that should be on a fucking Oscars episode.
It's
You're
fun
the
having
t-
an outsider's perspective. That's how I look
Yeah.
at this.
I'll give you as always, listeners, you get nothing but my raw, unedited opinion.
Yeah, and you know what the opinion is?
I haven't seen it. Haven't seen
Sucks.
it. Looks like shit. I want to see it.
No, no.
It's not for me. I'm 35 years old.
Oh, all right, Home Alone Lego set.
Lego Harry Potter.
I'm having a fucking midlife crisis, I think.
There's a difference between us getting older and our parents getting older, where we do the things we liked as
Yeah.
I do it. Like I'm not a fucking adult.
I just thought, I thought at this point in my life I'd be in a way different spot. I'm sitting pretty good though,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
But I just thought if you would have told me when I was 10 that when I was 35 I'd be single in a condo with Blu-rays playing Lego Harry Potter at 10 p.m.
Yeah, like my parents weren't collecting Alan Wake 2 collector's editions. It's just like
Yeah,
it's
no
just
shit.
totally different, and that's okay.
It's okay.
So let's get into this. All right, 2025 Oscar ballots. Oh my god, are they next week? From
Next
when we're
week, 1
recording?
week from
Oh,
today.
Well, you
better
better
put
get the
this out
episode out
quick.
quick.
Oh, don't worry. I'll
No
edit
pre-
it as soon as we're done. Don't worry.
No
Don't
pressure,
worry,
Brian.
you got to do it.
No pressure, Brian. You're not doing anything. It's fine.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. I'm not doing anything until I watch Goblet of Fire later today. So
Nope.
There you go. Get it done.
How many times are you in the theater on a week
Who, me?
basis? Yeah.
I mean, I try to go at least twice a week, but I
Okay.
couldn't pass on the opportunity of seeing Harry Potter on the big screen. I couldn't pass on that opportunity.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I did it the first time around. So
well, they don't do that here in New Jersey. I would have had to go to New York City to watch it at the Alamo Draft House and pay $45 to go watch them. And I'm
in
like,
2005.
Everything's better than New Jersey.
All right, let's go. Let's start with some writing nominations. We got original screenplay, and the nominees are Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5, The Substance.
This is the worst fucking list of movies. God.
September
The
5.
worst
September
list.
5 sucks. That movie
It's-
was.
It could have been so good.
It started off kind of good, and then it just got worse
Yeah.
and worse.
Like we're all fans of hostage films, right? Real life hostage
I like political
films.
thrillers.
I don't know. It tried too hard to be.
It was trying to be
something
like a
else.
Sidney Lumet film from the 70s, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work that well. With that being said, though, I have no fucking clue. I'd like for the Brutalist to win, but I mean,
who's the front runner? Who's supposed to win?
Yeah, like is Honora gonna win everything now? Like, what's happening?
I feel like this is Honora's category to lose. I think this is Honora. Because if you're gonna award Honora anything, this would probably be like the best award to give it to.
Right.
Right. I mean, I would like the Brutalist to win as well. I like the Real Pain screenplay.
Didn't A Real Pain win something?
It just won the Spirit screenplay. It won the BAFTA for screenplay as well.
And how important is that?
I do think that was a well-written movie. I just didn't care for it.
Hot take. I like Jesse's performance more than Keir. I liked his performance more.
I agree.
I'm definitely
agree
him.
with that.
I'm him. Like as my.
I think that was. I mean, even though it was just Jesse playing himself, pretty much. I mean, that's usually his shtick and everything. I thought he did a really good job. Like, and the fact that he did everything with the film too is really impressive. So, like, he's in pretty much every scene. He directed the thing. He wrote it. Like,
I feel like this is the hardest year to pick because I feel like everything.
I think it makes it more exciting because last year was just such a predictable season, and I loved Oppenheimer, but it was just like the easiest season. There was no stakes. Now it's like everything changes every week leading up to the Oscars, and
there's
the
like
SAGs are tonight. And it's like we don't even know what's going to happen there. So, I mean, I have an idea, but I'm still like uncertain about like best ensemble and everything. Like, I don't know who's winning that, but yeah, screenplay. I'm going to say Honora. I think Honora is going to win this.
Who did the chick that directed The Substance write it?
She did.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, wasn't thrilled with that movie when I saw it, but it stuck in my head since I watched it.
I didn't love the last 15 minutes of The Substance. I thought it was a little too much for me. Like, it was cool, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
It went on for like too long. It kind of reminded me a bit of the and I know Nick saw Triangle of Sadness. It reminded me of the puke scene. It like went on way too long.
Excuse me. I've seen that movie as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot you saw it. I'm surprised you saw it. That movie was not good.
Yeah.
That movie.
The puke scene made me sick.
It was funny for 2 seconds, and then it went on for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I
I
mean,
get
the
I
blood scene didn't go on as long as that, but it was just too much.
well, the blood scene was better.
Well, yeah, it was much better.
I
I just
don't.
really enjoyed Margaret prancing around.
Mm,
Not Demi. You didn't
My,
enjoy Demi
oh no, I
pre
did,
transformation.
I did, but
I
whew,
like both. Yeah.
I've always kind of had a thing for Margaret.
Oh,
Nice to see the
she's so
rest of the world
fine.
is seeing that.
She's so fine.
I've seen qualities in her since The Nice Guys. So
I tried watching that shitty show, The Leftovers, and all I could think about was how hot she was, and
I
that
only
was the
saw the
only thing I
first
took away
episode. I
from
didn't make it through.
it.
I did too, and
No,
I was like, I don't
yeah,
know,
I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Seth, what are you picking for?
I am gonna pick Honora.
Okay, Nora. I am going to. I'm going to go with a real pain. I'm going to pick a real pain.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know anything. We're basically like professional commentators on ESPN that don't know anything more than anybody else,
This is
but
true.
they talk like they know
Now,
shit. So
at least two of the fellas here have seen these movies. I'm really just pulling these out of my ass, though. So
I mean, again, it's like who can fucking guess? So we're all kind of
It changes
pulling
every
from our
week. It's
asses.
like one week it's
Yeah.
this, the next week it's that.
Then there's a controversy and
Oh my god.
okay.
I used to love this season, though. I would watch this like the Super Bowl. I just don't. Past few years, it hasn't hit like that for me.
Yeah, there was definitely a peak time.
Right. I mean,
And
like, man,
it's not right now.
2014. My God,
It,
getting ready for those Oscars
for,
was like a fucking
for
Super Bowl.
for
Yeah.
for me it's like everything, a lot of the films that are nominated I like. I'm not really passionate about really any of them except for probably
Right. I
the
gotcha.
Brutalist is probably the only one I'm like really passionate about, but even
Sure.
that, like, I think last year's lineup was far better. I liked last
That
year's lineup much
seems
more.
yeah, that seems to be the case. Is like
Like,
the
what
new
was
year
nominated?
happens and
Like
you look.
Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Anatomy of a Fall, Past Lives. There was like so many good films
Yeah,
last year that were nominated for Best Picture.
but it feels like you always go back and think, oh, that was a great year, even though in
hmm
the moment you're like, ah.
But I mean, to be honest, like when you have like the big piece of shit movie that's in this season, like it definitely taints it big time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
totally.
movie really taints this entire season, and then everything with that. And we'll talk a little bit
Well,
about that. Speaking of that,
writing, adapted screenplay, we have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. I think this is a easy Conclave win.
this is the easiest category. It's conclaves. This is
Oh, is that the fucking hermaphrodite Pope?
Not a hermaphrodite.
What is it then? He's got a cock and a vagina?
No, he just has a uterus. He doesn't have a vagina.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
that was
So does
quite
he
a
got-
shock. That was quite a shocking twist for a PG rated movie about
I
cardinals.
thought it was gonna go that route, but no.
Does he have male organs?
Yes. He just happened to have been born with a uterus.
Weird.
I know
Well-
it's crazy, but like deformities happen all the time.
Crazy what happened to Voldemort.
I like my favorite thing
Conclave.
about Conclave is the cardinal that always vapes. That's my favorite thing about Conclave. I love that guy. He just like
I always thought his name. I always thought his first name was Ralph.
Well, that's how it's
Yeah,
spelled.
you and everybody else.
I just
Rafe.
found that out the other day. I mean, this whole time I thought, oh, Ralph kicked ass in Harry Potter.
It's basically like one word, Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes. Yep. Weird.
You gonna go with Conclave, Seth?
Sure.
Although the one that should win is Saint Sing. That should be the one that wins.
Sing Sing's
personally.
great.
What is that? That fucking prison Broadway movie?
I love
Broadway
Seth's description of movies he knows nothing about. He just has like the keywords.
Legit.
No, Sing Sing
Prison
was great.
Broadway film, that Bob Dylan crap,
Oh,
that
God.
trans Mexican movie.
Hey, I saw that sex change song from Amelia Perez. I thought
so was
is that up for-
everybody.
Is that up for best original song?
It's up for the most Oscars this season.
Yeah,
I hope it wins.
why?
Don't say that. I can't handle that. That movie is so fucking terrible.
Yeah, like where are you on the spectrum now? You like trans people?
No, I don't. What is the First of all, I don't hate anybody. I don't know what is the controversy with that
It's like a
movie?
cartel leader
No, like,
transition.
okay, so does it start with like a male actor and then his
No,
character
she's
goes
wearing makeup as a man.
as a guy,
Mhm. That's not even the
and then
But
controversy
isn't there
with
a
it.
male actor that plays?
No, she's playing both the male and the female version.
okay,
They, like, covered her in
s-
makeup to make her look like a man.
okay, but the plot of the movie is this character undergoes a sex change.
Yes. That's not
Okay,
even the problem with it's not even
no,
that,
no,
like,
what is the problem that people are saying it's anti-trans?
it's just well, it's just that to me, it tries to act like it's very progressive and everything, but like,
Okay,
and there are far better movies about the trans experience than this one. And also, I mean,
okay,
not that I look, I don't need a trans filmmaker to direct a movie about a trans person. Like, I don't need that. There's many straight people who have made movies about gay people and they've been good. Like, it doesn't really matter.
But not
But
like a French guy that seems like
a
he's just trying to get an
cis
Oscar.
French man who's like in his 80s and claims that he did no research on anyone because he's like, oh, I already know everything I need to know. And then he made this movie, and he's a guy that also has said a lot of stupid stuff. Not as bad as Carla, but I mean, like,
huh,
Yeah, I like a
I
couple of his
guess
other films.
guess I just don't see the problem here.
Well, you
but
wouldn't,
also,
would you?
but also the thing is, too, the film is just such a. Also, the film is just such a mess. It has no
I
idea
mean, it
what it
looked like
wants
a
to
piece of
be.
shit.
It has
Yeah,
no idea what it
honestly,
wants to be. Like, I saw it at TIFF in September
yeah.
before all this controversy happened, and even then, I was just like, this film is just not it.
Yeah, it looks fucking. Regardless of any controversy, I would never sit down and
Yeah,
watch
like
that
even
movie. It's fucking
and
stupid.
people were saying to me, they're like, "Oh, you are like so on top of like wanting to remove Carl from the category because you hate like the movie." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I mean the movie sucks. Like even if I liked the say I liked the movie and she said all the things that she said, I still would have been pissed off. Like I just
I hate
it's just
people that
such a
hate
mess,
people.
and there are far better musicals out there. There are far better movies about the trans experience. And also, in a year where there were a lot of good international films, if we had to nominate 2 international titles at Best Picture, why did that have to be one of the 2? It just ticks me off. Like that movie is such a mess. Like critically, like us film fans, we all recognize it for the piece of crap that is, but these critics and these all these award shows, they're like, "Oh my god, if we nominate it, we're going to do something meaningful."
We're gonna show that we
We
are
see
good
you, like, we see
people.
you, but
It just looks like Oscar slop. Like,
it's
oh,
so messy, it looks ugly, the songs aren't that good. The
gotta
only
go
good
check
thing
his
about that
meat.
movie is Zoe Saldana. That's the only good thing about that movie.
Well, yeah, and she's like a victim of circumstance with it now.
Yeah,
Like she's always gonna be
but
tied to
she
this.
seems to still be winning everything, so
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like she's gonna win and be remembered for the legacy
yeah, I
that the
mean,
film
I
has.
feel I kinda feel bad for her because, like, you know
I don't. She's a millionaire.
I
She'll be
don't feel
fine.
bad for any of these people. What are you out of your mind?
no,
She's got
I
one of the
like her
greatest
as an
lives
act
you can have.
I like her as an actor, and I think that if she were to win an Oscar, like, it
She was
sucks
great
that
in
the film
Guess
she
Who.
wins for is this movie.
She was great as Uhura.
Yeah.
Who?
Star
Ahura.
Trek, baby.
What?
Where's Star Trek 4? Like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
No,
tradition
that
called
that third
wrestling.
one was pretty crummy.
it was fine. I
I
mean,
like the
they
I
second
can't
one
make
though.
that. I mean, you can't really make a fourth one anyway without Anton. Like,
No, yeah, you could.
you could, but it would feel wrong. I like Anton. I liked him.
You could.
I
You
love
could. I
Anton.
remember where I was at when he died. I was
Me
pulling up to the
too.
quick stop in Leonardo.
Wow, to think you were like 25 minutes away from me. That's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I literally pulling right up into the quick stop. Oh, fuck, Anton Yelkin died. Oh, anyways,
Time to go into the quick stop and, and pull
I'm
down
gonna
my
go.
pants.
I'm gonna go buy a Gatorade like Brian O'Halloran.
I'm gonna go inspect the eggs.
I'm so fucking alone.
That's Seth crying every night. Always playing Lego Harry Potter.
Still can't believe you had that conversation about me playing Lego.
I mean, it was on the screen. We all saw it.
No, it's funny. I think it's fucking funny.
Oh my god.
Okay, visual effects. Visual effects. Wait, did we do? Did you guys all pick Conclave? Oh
Yes.
yeah, we did. Okay, visual effects. Alien Romulus. Better Man. Part 2. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Wicked.
Dune Part 2. This is visual effects?
Yeah.
Dune Part 2.
Glad to see Dune wasn't given unnecessary Oscars this year.
Okay, Dune, Planet of the Apes. What else?
Alien, Romulus, Better Man, which is the Robbie Williams monkey movie, and then Wicked.
Oh,
Can't be Wicked.
I don't know. I don't. Well,
I'm gonna
who's
go
supposed to
with
win
Dune
this?
Part 2.
This is
Brian,
like one of the
you're the
easiest
insider.
categories to predict.
Is that the one that's going to win?
I would assume so. It has the
Okay.
most visual effects, and it has the
Well, I
best.
thought it was the easiest one to predict.
Yeah, assume. Come on. I'm going with Dune Part 2.
Great. Now I can't stop thinking about Clerks because you just like brought up no happy ending, no sequel, not even a third fucking act.
It's my fucking
I got
funeral.
my movie. Look at my movies koozie. It keeps my drinks cold.
You've been a fan since 2021, at least. Brian, are you picking Dune or?
Yes, I picked Dune.
Oh, you were just assuming.
No, I picked Dune.
Okay.
Let me guess, you almost fucking died.
All right, sound.
Brian.
A complete unknown. Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot.
The fuck is Amelia Perez here? That's just so stupid.
Because it's a musical, and same reason a complete unknown is in there.
Yeah,
So
but the
is
complete unknown
Wicked-
actually had good singing. They did their singing live, and like the performances were the best part of that movie. Like,
Is Wicked supposed to win any awards?
Probably not.
I think it has a few in the bag. For this, I'll pick Dune Part 2 for this one as well.
Yeah.
Well, since we're not playing for anything, and I haven't seen any of them, be a little different. I'll go with that shitty Ariana Grande movie.
She's fucking hot.
And she was hot. I don't know what happened to her.
I think
Yikes.
she's about as hot as possible in the movie. Whatever's happening now, it's one
Look,
thing.
I mean,
but
still wouldn't say no, but she looks sick. That other lady just looks sick in general.
Well, you heard it
Anyways.
here, folks. Seth's raw opinions.
you heard it
on
here,
the people.
folks.
Anyways.
Seth's a doctor.
Yep.
All right.
Walking image of health.
Next.
You? Wow, I didn't even do anything. All right, here we go. This is where we're going to have the most to talk about. Short film, live action. Aline, Anuha, I'm Not a Robot, The Last Ranger, The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. So,
The
Brian,
man who could not remain silent.
I'll go with Aline.
Aline. That's my job, literally. Just deal with leans all day.
Lean Mean Machine.
Do you know anything? Like, anything that's been winning, Brian?
The shorts? No, I have no idea
Yeah.
what they're gonna do with the shorts.
All right. Well,
I'm predicting Aline. I'm just gonna guess.
I'm gonna go with The Last Ranger. So we're all different. Short film, animated. Ooh, Seth's favorite thing: Beautiful Men, In the Shadow of the Cypress, Magic Candy. It's like low hanging fruit, and it's still fucking
very
fun.
stupid. Poor comedy.
In the Shadow of the Cypress, Magic Candies, Wander to Wonder, Yuck.
That's what Seth says to all these movies. Yuck.
Nope.
That's what Seth
Magic
says to
Candies. Magic Candies sounds intriguing, so I'm going to pick that.
I'm gonna say
Sounds like
yuck.
a Willy Wonka documentary.
Ooh.
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna say yuck. That will
Yuck.
win.
Brian.
Yuck by Charlie XCX. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with In the Shadow of the Cypress. God damn. Okay, here we go. Production design. The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, Wicked.
The Brutalist.
Is this one you think Wicked's gonna win?
I believe Wicked is gonna win this.
You're gonna go with the Brutalist, Seth?
This is so bad. Yeah, just fucking.
You would think in a perfect world the movie about architecture would win production design.
Well, yeah,
but,
right.
That's why I
know,
picked it.
like, but no, Wicked has the most sets, and they build them from the ground up. And regardless of how, in my opinion,
Okay.
ugly the movie looks,
Is
the sets look
Yeah.
great. So
okay. Is Wicked like? Is that what is that? A sequel to the Wizard of Oz? A prequel to what
It's
is
a
that?
prequel to the Wizard of Oz. It was a
Okay, but
book.
it is lined up with the Wizard of Oz film.
correct.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's about
It
the
was a
Wicked Witch of the
book,
West.
became a musical. Musical became a movie.
So is the James Franco Sam Raimi film part of this universe?
I don't
It
think
could
so.
be. It could be a prequel to Wicked.
Well, that was a prequel too.
Yeah, it's a prequel to Wicked, pretty
Fuck, it
much.
sucked shit.
Yeah, it did. It was
Yeah, that
awful.
movie was bad.
I remember thinking I liked it at one point.
Who directed that?
Ugh.
Sam Raimi. He made
Sam
that.
Raimi.
Yeah.
Talk about a director that's kind of fallen down.
So shit, Zach Braff was in that too.
Yeah,
Was
he
he
was the
ever up?
monkey.
He was the monkey.
I do remember that. And they did one of the worst castings ever. Mila Kunis
Mila
as the Wicked
Kunis.
Witch.
Yeah.
That was bad
Yeah.
casting.
Michelle Williams
This
was
one-
perfect as Glinda.
Michelle Williams, Rachel Weisz, she was good in her role. Even
Oh, fuck, I
Franco, that's
forgot
a
about
good,
him.
at the time that was like good casting for him playing.
Yeah, he
the
was
witch.
Yeah,
fine.
he was not the problem with the movie.
Yeah.
It was just
Everything else.
why.
It just looked ugly too.
It seems to be a recurring issue with everything but the Wizard of Oz.
That's true.
And
I
Are
saw
there
that.
any
I
references
saw the
in
Wizard.
Wicked?
I watched the Wizard of Oz in the theater last year, and it still looks great. For
Are
a
there any
film that's
references in
almost 90
Wicked
years
to the
old.
original film?
Not yet. At the very beginning of Wicked, you see Dorothy and they're walking back from killing Elphaba they have the broom and they're walking back to the Emerald City. It's like a quick thing. But I think it's gonna
I'm
tie
sure
more
we'll see
into
them
the
in part
sequel.
2. I'm sure we'll see them
Yeah.
in part 2. Seth's face. Sounds gross.
All right. Music.
Sounds fucking stupid as fuck.
Oh my god.
Music. Original song. El Mal, Amelia Perez. The Journey. The
Sex
6
change.
Plate.
Penis
a
to
bird.
vagina.
Penis to vagina.
Sounds like a South Park song.
It sounds like something that
It
they would do
does.
on SNL. Like that's what it sounds
Yeah.
like.
Mi Camino, Amelia Perez. Never Too Late, Elton John. I'm going with El Mal.
I'm also gonna go with Alma.
What's that from?
Amelia
Amelia
Perez.
Perez.
Okay.
I think it won the Golden Globe.
Put me down for that.
Yeah, and that's Zoe's big song.
This is like the weakest song category I've ever seen.
Well, that's because there's 2 nominees from Amelia Perez, and they couldn't nominate. Well, I mean, even the Saint song wasn't that memorable.
Yeah, none of them are memorable.
Yeah, it's a weak year for music.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Music original score. The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot. If The Brutalist doesn't win, I'll
Does
move
it have
on
good
with my
music?
life. Oh, it's like one of the
All
best
right, put me
scores
down.
I've heard
Yeah.
the past few years.
Yeah.
Put me down.
When I saw the Brutalist for the first time and those opening 10 minutes happened, I'm like, this has to win best score.
Yeah. Like,
So yeah,
genuinely,
the
I know
Brutalist
we
I think
keep-
is winning.
I know we keep saying it, but I think if there's anything you'll really like from the movie, it's the music, Seth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a great film. It'll be when I watch it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So never.
Yeah. I got a lot going on.
Yeah, building your Lego sets, playing Lego Harry Potter.
Yeah, I got a lot going on. Steaming meats.
Smoking.
My
Smoking
slow
meats.
cooker.
Smoking meats.
My meat, it falls apart in my hands.
It does. Well, it's a great hobby.
Makeup and hairstyling. A Different Man. Amelia Perez. Nosferatu. The Substance. Wicked.
This is another easy category. It's The Substance or bust.
Okay.
Okay.
Makeup and hairstyling. I'm gonna go with Wicked.
Well, I'm gonna go with Wicked.
All they do is just paint her green. That's the only makeup in the movie.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
know.
things that do less that win.
That's true. That's true. I like the Different Man nomination. I like that nomination.
Oh yeah, for whatever reason, I was thinking Better Man, but yeah, A Different Man.
Oh yeah, what's the disfigured face film?
A Different
A
Man.
Different Man.
Oh okay, I thought that was the monkey
The
guy.
the the
Better Man
superior
was
of
the
the
monkey one.
Sebastian Stan movies that came out
Okay,
last year.
okay, I do want to see that, but that guy needs to just shut up.
Who? Sebastian Stan?
Is
No,
that the ugly? Is
Adam.
that the guy with the?
No, Adam
Adam
Yeah,
Pearson.
Pearson.
I
yeah.
thought you said
Just
Sebastian. I'm like, what did Sebastian
no, no,
Stan do?
no. Like just pipe down. You're in a couple big movies. You're getting your
You're on a
props.
podcast. Shut the
I'm
fuck
not
up.
bitching. I'm not bitching about how I'm owed everything.
Not yet.
All right, international feature film. I'm Still Here. The Girl with the Needle. Amelia Perez. The Seed of the Sacred Fig. Flow.
I don't want Amelia Perez to win, but I'm scared that that's gonna win.
I don't know. Flow's got some momentum right now.
I'm gonna
What is that, the
predict.
Noah's
Maybe
Ark
to an-
film?
I'm gonna predict. I'm
Huh?
Still Here.
Is that the Noah's Ark film?
No, it's the animated cat film.
Is he on Noah's Ark though?
No.
No, he's just on a boat.
Oh, I thought it was like a Noah's Ark thing
No.
where he's
I
on
mean, I
a
guess you
boat with
could
a bunch
say
of.
that's what it's like. It's a flood
I thought that's
happens,
like
and
was like the inspiration when he's on the boat with a bunch of animals.
I mean, it very well could be.
I didn't think about that once, but that makes sense.
That's definitely what it's a play on.
It's got it. Now that you said that, it has to be that. Yeah, I'm gonna predict. I'm Still Here.
I'd expect Letterboxd patrons to know that. Oh,
I thought more like climate change than anything, but
I mean, it could be a commentary on
Ugh.
that too, but good animated film with no dialogue. I think we need more of those.
okay, I'm gonna go Amelia Perez.
hello, it's nice to meet you.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out if I should do my I'm Still Here pick now or in the acting category.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Amelia Perez lost all of its momentum, but I'm gonna go with Flow. I'm gonna say Flow. Shock of the night. Okay,
Where
film
the fuck
editing.
is the Here nominations?
Huh?
Here?
Where are they here?
Jesus Christ.
Why is that not fucking best
the
visual
Razzies.
effects?
That shit sucked.
Nah,
When I saw that 4-star rating, I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, I gotta be
It made
honest.
sense.
I need to probably bring that to a 3.5, but I did like it.
That movie is so bad.
I thought it was well done.
Put the camera here. Oh, that was a great name for a film.
It was like a mixture of a ghost story and a way better version of a Tree of Life.
Okay, so I know it's not that good. Okay, good to know.
The dinosaurs in here shit on the dinosaurs in Tree of Life.
The dinosaurs in
it's
here
about 10
look
years,
even shittier.
It's about 10 years in the future when CGI's got
Ah.
better.
Zemeckis has lost
Sorry.
the sauce.
He
really
lost the
has
sauce
it.
after Forrest Gump.
Castaway?
I don't know.
Okay, after Castaway.
I think here's probably his third best film.
That's ridiculous.
Rank it.
It's Castaway,
top
Back to the
3.
Future, Here, and then Forrest Gump.
Back to the
That's
Future
absurd.
is wildly overrated.
Oh, I agree.
Oh.
I love the first Back to the Future. Back to the Future 2 is way overrated.
Yeah.
Well,
I like Back
well,
to the Future.
I should take down that poster right behind me then, because that's a Back to the
No,
Future.
no,
poster.
Back to the first one's a great film, but I wouldn't mind a fourth one. I saw this thing. It was like someone posted. It was like a headshot of Michael J. Fox. It was like, just met Michael J. Fox at the con, and he signed my thing, and all the pictures just a bunch of scribbles.
So fucking dumb.
Oh,
Ryan didn't think that was funny.
sorry.
My God, yeah, no more Back to the Futures. They should have just had the first one, and that was it.
Yeah,
I like the second one actually. I enjoyed the frequent time jumps and everything. The third one is just, I'm not a Western
like
guy.
all.
I'm like, oh, why do we have to go back to the old world
Yeah,
West?
I like
else are
2
you-
and I
where
like
else are you
3. I
gonna
just
go?
don't think they're amazing.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, where else are you gonna go? You already went forward into the future, and you already went back to the past.
1940s Europe.
Ooh.
Marty McFly kills Stalin. All right. Film. You want to say something?
Wasn't he in a war film, Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, Casualties of War. Brian De Palma film.
Wasn't
I
that
believe.
set during like the Vietnam War or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Film editing: Honora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked.
This is a tough category to predict too.
I love the editing of The Brutalist.
I'm picking The Brutalist.
I'm gonna pick Conclave. The Academy's very much into like flashy editing, and that definitely feels flashy more so than Brutalist and Honora.
I'm gonna pick Conclave too.
I have no idea why Amelia Perez is here. That's ridiculous. Wicked being here, and I liked Wicked, but it definitely Wicked, and I don't know if you agree, Nick. I think it felt longer than The Brutalist, and The Brutalist is like a full hour longer than Wicked.
I mean, part one of Wicked is longer than the whole stage show.
That's also true. I think in the long run, them splitting it up was the right decision, though.
I don't feel like it's long though. I mean, with musicals, if I like the music, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Was that your first time seeing anything related to Wicked?
I've listened to it several times before that, so I was aware of the songs and everything.
Yeah.
Like Defying Gravity, I love that song before I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, ending the movie with that was the right decision.
Yeah.
That's how they end the show. The first half of the show ends with that song, so.
Yeah, it was a perfect intermission.
It really was. You have to wait 1 year to find out what happens next.
Better than 9 years for the next Before film.
That's true. Where's Before 4?
Shit, well, we passed our time frame, so maybe he's going to wait 18 years instead.
Hey, listen, I'm excited for the new Linklater film. It just won an award at the Berlin Film Festival. I heard
it has to be.
Yeah.
Linklater's got to write it, though, man. It's got to say written by Richard
did write
Linklater.
It.
Did he?
Yeah, he wrote and directed it.
You're not really up to date on who writes anything.
He wrote Hitman too, and you still haven't watched that either.
Wait. I thought he had one with Ethan Hawke coming out.
That is the one with Ethan Hawke. It's called Blue Moon.
And he wrote that. He wrote that movie.
I'm gonna double check now.
No, you're wrong about that. I promise
crap.
you, you're wrong.
Crap.
Yeah, you're fucking wrong, pal.
Crap.
I knew it. See, I love Linklater.
Hold on. Let's see what this guy has written. Let me see.
Linklater has to write the movie.
Wouldn't pick a bad writer.
Yeah, it's
Oh, this guy's a New Jerseyan. Ooh, the guy who wrote it is from Jersey.
Mike Trout.
Fuck Mike Trout.
I'm surprised you know Mike Trout is.
Well, when you're in the family that loves baseball, of course you know who Mike Trout is.
What happened to you?
No, look, it's Linklater. I don't know.
What happened to you? Shave a piece of glass?
Hey, and Margaret's in that. Seth, Margaret Qualley's in that. So
I will watch it. There just is a big difference between directed by Richard Linklater and directed by Richard Linklater.
But he didn't write School of Rock, and that's a good movie.
I agree with you. I do like that one, but like
School of Rock. But like yes, when he writes as much, he wrote Bernie too, I believe.
Well, like Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
Well,
that
shit
type
sucked.
of shit.
That was a book.
Yeah,
that shit sucked.
What'd this guy write? What did this guy write?
I think it says Me and Orson Welles. I like that movie. I think that's an underrated Linklater film. I've
never seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but it does not, from looking at it, feel like a Linklater film. Moving on. We got documentaries. Documentary short subject. Death by Numbers. I Am Ready, Warden. Incident. Instruments of a Beating Heart. The Only Girl in the Orchestra.
I should be asking what some of the subject material is on these films because that goes a long way.
It does.
I'm gonna go with The Only Girl in the Orchestra.
That's what I'm doing too. I think that won the Golden Globe.
Is one of these about prison?
Probably.
The I Am Ready, Warden one is.
There's always at least one. There's always at least one short nominated that's about prison.
Let's go with that.
Documentary feature. Black Box Diaries, No Other Land, Porcelain War, Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, Sugar Cane.
No, I Am Tom Green.
I think that came out after the eligibility.
Missing.
No Martha.
No Martha.
It just sounds like your typical standard Netflix documentary.
So it was good. So what?
Okay,
I
sorry.
thought Seth was gonna make a joke, being like, Brian's probably sad that Will and Harper isn't here. I haven't even watched
I
Will and
didn't,
Harper.
I didn't, I didn't say that, but
But
I
fuck
thought the
that.
joke was about to come. I was ready for it. I haven't watched
Will
it.
Ferrell sucks.
I'm gonna predict No Other Land. That's the only one I've seen.
Me too.
Ton of snubs in this category.
Not
Nate, read that list again.
Yeah, what's the other one you wanted nominated?
I am Am I a racist from Daily Wire? But what? Name those films again.
Black Box Diaries, No Other Land, Porcelain War, Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, Sugar Cane.
Porcelain War.
I'm not.
I have no, I have
I'm not.
no reasoning for these picks.
I'm not a big documentary guy. Like I have a hard time really like sitting down to watch a documentary.
I'm not like a modern documentary guy. There's like
Every so often, I get like, okay, I want to learn something for an hour and a half. I'll put it on, and then it's like, something I didn't know anything about.
I need to.
I didn't know shit about Martha Stewart.
I need to man up the courage and finally watch Hoop Dreams. I need to watch that.
Oh my god. For
yeah,
a
you can't get
coming of
away with
age
Seth
guy,
not
I know.
watching The Brutalist. Like, just put it in and watch it.
I know. I do want to watch.
that is great.
Hoop Dreams.
It's fucking great.
Do want to watch that?
I mean, you need to watch Zero Zachary too if you haven't ever seen that.
No, I haven't seen that. I heard that's a sad one too.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Pretty sad.
I need an
It's-
uplifting documentary. I'm depressed enough as it is. Why should I watch something that's even more
Yeah,
depressing?
you don't need to be spending your free time watching downers.
I mean, look, I love a good downer and everything, but like that one just sounds really, really depressing.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's very good.
This might be the hardest category: directing. Sean Baker for Anora, Brady Corbet for The Brutalist, James Mangold, A Complete Unknown, Jacques Audiard for Amelia Perez, and Coralie Fargeau for The Substance. Sean Baker's been winning some awards.
He's been winning a lot of stuff lately. I still think it's going to be Brady Corbet.
That's that's what I'm going with.
I mean, you watched that, and that really is like the best of these nominees. That is the best directing of these five.
Oh, for sure. Like Anora pales in comparison.
Yeah,
in the
I
same
liked
category.
Nora, but that's more of like a screenplay. Like I feel like the screenplay weighs the directed. Not that it's badly directed, but it's not like Oscar worthy directed. Like honestly, the only ones I would keep here are Brady Corbet and Coralie Fargeau. Like Mangold, I guess did a
Complete
good
Unknown
job.
is whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he did a
it's
good.
just a
Like the musical
biopic.
performances were very well directed. Not the substance. Amelia Perez should not be here at all. And yeah, Sean Baker, I wouldn't have put him here. Nick, you haven't watched Nickel Boys yet, right?
No, not yet.
That is a really great directorial achievement. That should have gotten more nominations and everything. And I'm not as high on that movie as everyone else, but that should have been nominated for directing, cinematography. Like, I don't know how that misses out.
Well, I'm picking Sean Baker.
I mean, I don't blame you for picking Baker. He really has been winning everything the last few weeks.
Seems like Anora has this weird momentum going on for some reason. Costume design: A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, Wicked.
The Wicked.
I'm picking Wicked. Wicked. Cinematography: The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu.
I love the Nosferatu nomination. That it looked great. I'm happy.
It did look good.
Maria looks great too. I'm happy that's here. Amelia Perez, it being here is just like it again. It taints this lineup because that film looks so ugly. It just looks so bad. But I'm gonna go with The Brutalist. That looks great, and yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Me too.
Count me in.
Brutalist. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 more. Animated feature film: Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, The Wild Robot.
The Wild Robot.
I think Flow.
I'm gonna go with Flo as
It's
well.
between those two, though.
I'm gonna go with Flo. I loved Memoir of a Snail. I'm happy that that's here.
All right. Top 5. Actress in a supporting role. Monica Barbaro, A Complete Unknown. Ariana Grande, Wicked. Felicity Jones, The Brutalist. Isabella Rossellini, Conclave. Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez. I think that's the easiest one. Zoe
Yep.
Saldana.
Yep.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana. It should be Ariana Grande, like, to be honest. But I mean,
Are you being serious or?
who, me? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I thought she was the
Yeah,
best
the
of
only
this.
person that said anything, you.
I thought she was the best of this lineup.
Oh, I think she's great in it.
And like, I mean, when we're recording this, SAG is tonight. And really, anything could happen. I'd be curious to see if the actors are gonna go for Zoe and Amelia Perez, or they're gonna go the opposite and give it to Ariana.
Who gives a shit?
I do.
Who gives a shit who's good in a movie nominated for Oscars?
I want the
I'm
good. I
just
want a
kidding.
good performance to be awarded.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I do
Look,
love the Monica Barbaro nomination. I thought she was my favorite performance in that movie. I thought she was
Where's
great.
Demi Moore?
She's in lead.
well, this is supporting, so
Oh, this is supporting. All right, my bad.
She was in
we'll
lead.
get there. We'll get there.
Monica Barbaro,
I
so
mean,
hot. Oh my god.
Ariana Grande's performance made me go from thinking she was an annoying bitch to really liking her.
Same.
So.
Ariana Grande was the main reason why I wasn't even excited for the Wicked movie, and I loved the show, and I was very shocked by how much I liked her performance.
Well, I'll try to preserve some of the masculinity in this podcast, but you know,
God.
you guys do
By
you.
doing what?
By bitching.
By looking at your
There are
lights
many
on your
movies
Home Alone
that
house?
feel feminine that I know you like. I remember listening to the podcast years ago, and you're like, "Dude, A Little Princess, fucking great."
Give me a fucking
I-
break.
I stand with that. That was Alfonso Cuarón. I think he directed that,
did,
but
he
that's a good
did.
movie. Yeah. Hey, that's a good movie, man.
Great filmmaker,
Holy
great
shit.
filmography.
I did say that. I did say that. That's true.
That's
A
so
Little
funny.
Princess.
All right. Actress in a leading role. Cynthia Erivo, Wicked. Carla Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez. Mikey Madison, Honora. Demi Moore, The Substance. Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here.
I'm gonna go with Demi Moore. I think the Demi Moore train is gonna continue towards the Oscars.
This is going to be like a legacy gift. So yes, I'm going with her.
It is, but she is
right.
actually really good in the movie.
No, she was good.
I mean, it wouldn't be who I would reward of these 5, but
I
would give it to personally. I would give it to Fernanda Torres. She's my favorite of these 5.
That's who I'm picking. I think it's going to be the shock of the night.
That would be a great win, though. I would be very happy with that win.
It's tough though, because I mean Mikey Madison's still winning.
I know
awards,
she's
too.
like surgeon too, so like, but I don't really see them giving it to like the newcomer. They don't really do that very often.
They did it to Adrian Brody 20 years ago.
That's true. Yeah, but
He
they
was
were
in fucking Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, but also they were so different 20 years ago with awarded.
They did
newcomers. They don't do that
one of those
anymore.
retrospectives with him, and he talked about Angels in the Outfield. I couldn't believe it.
That's
no
hilarious.
shit. That's cool.
Usually they skip over, like for Kirsten Dunst, they didn't talk about
Yeah.
Jumanji, but they talked about.
Oh, that's fucked.
I know.
that's a little
How do they
weird.
not talk about Jumanji?
Wait, who was
Bruh.
he in Angels in the Outfield?
He was one of the
One of the
outfielders.
players.
Yeah, he's one of the players. Danny Hemmerling. He's the one that.
That is funny that they didn't even talk about that though.
Yeah.
Like you would assume they'd skip over it.
Unless it was like his first role or something. I think that's why.
That's really
they talked
funny.
It might have
about
been.
I didn't even know he was in that movie.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
one that
it's
hits
not
the
a big
wall
part.
when it's like moving.
Let's
all
see
over
if
the
that's his
place.
first movie. I'm gonna check that right now. Actually, I'm very
First, like,
curious.
major thing,
It's not his
probably.
first movie, but it's like his 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, like
Okay.
first
It's
major
very
thing,
early on in his
probably.
career.
Yeah. Okay. Actor in a supporting role. Yura Borisov for Honora. Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain. Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce, The Brutalist. Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice.
I
I'm
mean,
surprised
I know
Edward
Steph's
Norton's
gonna make
even
more jokes
here.
about Sing Sing and everything, and I'm sure Nick agrees. Clarence Macklin should be here. Like he should be here.
Who
That
would you
to
take
me,
out? Edward Norton?
I,
Yeah, I think that's the
yeah,
easiest one
probably
to
I would
take
take
out.
out Edward Norton. If I had to pick one of the five, I'm not as high on Yuri Borisov's performance either.
Me neither.
I'm not. I don't really get the, and I I'm much higher on Honora than Nick is, but I don't really get like where this surge came out for Yuri Borisov. I mean, it was a good performance, I guess. Like it was not the most showy performance, which I guess is kind of cool that they nominate something like that. But
Probably
like,
that last scene is what did it.
I like all the comments that she makes to him and everything. She's like, "You have rape eyes. What rape eyes?" When they're
Rape
eating the
eyes.
rape eyes. No, I mean this is overall a good lineup, but yeah, Clarence Macklin should be here. But the winner is going to be Kieran Culkin. He's been winning everything.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that he's not going to win this.
I've
Easiest.
always been a Kieran Culkin fan. I just wasn't a big fan of this one, but you know what? I see the hype everywhere, and yeah,
I
I'm going
know
with
that
Kieran.
like we like reflect on like their earlier performances and you're like, wow, I can't believe that they're Oscar winners. But genuinely, it's gonna feel weird now watching Home Alone be like Fuller has an Oscar.
That's a
It blows
that's an
my
Dude,
mind.
Oscar winner.
have you ever seen The Mighty?
No,
Freak the Mighty?
no, I haven't seen The Mighty. I haven't seen a lot.
Oh my fucking
I haven't
god,
seen a
dude.
lot of stuff with Kieran Culkin. To be honest,
Bro,
I
he
really
kicks
haven't seen
ass in
that
that
much
movie.
with him. I've seen Home
I
That
Alone.
thought he was
movie's
like the better actor growing up. Like
that movie's fucking
I've
great, man.
se-
That'll get the waterworks
I've
going.
seen Home Alone, Scott Pilgrim, Succession, and
yeah, Scott
this.
Pilgrim was like the first thing I was like, holy shit, that's Fuller.
Yeah.
I like him in Scott Pilgrim. I like him in that movie. But yeah,
All
it's
right.
Kieran Culkin's. Clarence Macklin should be here though. It's ridiculous.
And
Yeah,
you
we heard.
didn't bang her? Are you gay?
Oh, wait, hold on. Could we briefly, before we move on to the next category, supporting actress, going back to that for a second, Joan Chen should have been there for Dee Dee.
Oh, yeah,
Incredible
she was great in
performance.
that.
Oh yeah.
She-
Sure.
She's in
It was
Twin
good.
Peaks.
Who cares?
I and probably a lot of people do.
You couldn't tell me what the fuck was going on in Twin Peaks. Hey, Nick, explain that red room and why they're talking backwards. And that little midget man. Explain it. Tell me why. Tell me what it means.
Well, that's the thing. It
That's right. You
doesn't
fucking
have to
can't.
be explained. Not everything needs to be explained.
David
You
Lynch, the
want
master of
answers.
fucking making nonsense.
You want
Well, not everything has to
you
make
want tight little
sense.
bows. You want everything. Yeah, my
Steph sounds like
God.
everybody
Does
that's in
life
my
make
friend group
sense?
that isn't a
No.
cinephile. I want everything explained to me.
No, I'm
pedophile?
fine with using my I'm fine with using my brain to come up with something, but David Lynch was the master of fucking nonsense. And then these suckers eat it up as being
Oh yeah,
some
straight
genius.
story.
I
It
think the
didn't
guy
make
was
any
just
sense.
look, that might be the one that made sense that I need to watch because I haven't seen that. But you tell me what's going
Oh,
on in
Elephant
Eraserhead.
Man didn't
I'm
make
listening.
sense. Real hard to
Yeah,
figure
tell me,
out.
break down Eraserhead for me. I'm listening.
I haven't seen
Break
it.
down Mulholland Drive.
Oh my
I'm
god,
listening.
Mulholland Drive is so easy
It's
to
about
explain.
fatherhood.
What was the homeless guy with the fucking black face behind the dumpster? Explain it. You can't. Both y'all are full of shit.
Oh my god.
Being fear things you're scared of, like that scared the shit out of me.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Why do you think you moved from Phoenix? You're afraid of homeless people.
Hey,
Oh my God.
that did factor into
No,
it.
I'm not afraid anymore. I ain't never leaving JP. He's coming too. I really
can never
like
leave
Miguel.
I really like Miguel.
Oh my God. I think we gotta finish this up because it's lagging behind you guys.
Yeah, you look like shit. That
Okay,
1990s
let's.
computer.
Yeah, fucking no kidding. I think I bought it when I graduated high school.
Holy shit.
All right, we're almost done.
All right, let's finish this up. Actor in a
No, this
leading
coffee's running through
role,
my bowels.
Adrian Brody, The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet, A Complete Unknown,
Ugh.
Colman Domingo, Sing Sing, Rafe Fiennes, Conclave, Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice.
Fucking Timothy needs to go away for a couple years. Oversaturation,
God.
man.
What did he ever do to you?
He's running a
Fuck.
campaign right now.
Fucking Wonka. He did Wonka. That was
Oh my
insulting.
god, Wonka wasn't even that bad. Calm down.
I thought you were the one that liked Wonka out of all of us.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hell no. That movie was fucking whack.
Oh my goodness, it wasn't that bad.
It was
Yeah,
bad.
it wasn't
It was
great.
bad. It was bad.
This is easily Adrian Brody.
Adrian B.
Easily?
I think so. People are like, oh, they're passionate about Timothy. I don't know. I don't know.
Bob Dylan's coming to
Timothy would be
Davenport.
number 2 though. Like I think if Adrian doesn't win, it would be Timothy. But I mean, who should win is
Two-time
Coleman.
Oscar
Coleman should win
winner.
personally, but you know,
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody.
All right. Best picture.
Here. Snack
Here?
Shack.
Okay, we have Honora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked.
When I'm Still Here was that was that Joaquin Phoenix documentary.
Well, it's the same name as that.
Oh, okay.
It has the same name, which is
Yeah,
kind of
they're
funny.
giving it an award now.
Yes.
They realized the
14
error of
years
their
later.
ways.
It was so genius they circled back to it.
I'm saying The Brutalist because that's what I want to win.
This is Best Picture?
Mm-hmm.
I
Most
wanted to
Best
be The
Actor.
Brutalist too, but I'm starting to lean in Honora's direction. I think they're going to split the votes, so I think Honora is taking picture, and
I'm going to be the controversial figure and go with Amelia Perez, and I want to see everyone get pissed. I want to see everyone get pissed off.
No.
The outrage would be fucking awesome.
That would be the worst Best Picture winner in my entire lifetime. Worse than Green Book, worse than Crash. Like
fucking Green Book's a good movie.
No.
Man.
Green Book is not a bad movie. It's just not a good Best Picture winner.
Forgettable.
It's a good movie.
It's a
It's
good
like a
movie, but
Tubi
it's not a good
film.
Best Picture. Crash is an
Well,
okay movie, but it's a bad Best Picture winner. And Amelia Perez
Like,
is a
I've
bad
never-
movie and a bad Best Picture winner.
I've never felt the need to go back to Green Book, but it was fine when I watched it.
Yeah, Green Book's not that bad.
Not that bad.
That year kind of sucked with the Oscars and their nominations. I think we've talked about this many times.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It sucked for like 10 years now, man.
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
You just don't watch anything.
He hasn't
I know,
watched
you're-
anything for the past 10
yeah.
years.
you're right. I'm stuck in my old ways, man. None of these
I'm
new
gonna
movies
watch-
really appeal to me. Like, look, I've seen some of the clips of Honora, and I know that's like the big thing. The clips I've seen in that movie are fucking annoying to me. She is
They're all
aggravating.
annoying in that movie. They're all annoying.
I know. I just so I see the clips to that, and it doesn't make me want to watch it. It's probably really good, but I got to be intrigued by it.
It made me feel the same way I felt about Tangerine, and I was so fucking annoyed by everybody in Tangerine.
Yeah, I keep seeing these clips of her like fucking talking shit in this movie, and I'm just like, just shut up.
Because your son is a fucking pussy.
Yeah, just
Your
shut
son's
up.
a
It makes me
fucking
not want
pussy.
to watch it. Like I get it, but I've got to be intrigued.
And your son hates you so much he had to marry one.
Nah.
That's real acting though, because she's like me, a spooky insider. Like doesn't want to socialize with people, go outside.
She's like really shy in real life. Like she
really
does not hide
introverted.
it at all.
But everything she plays,
And it's
she's
funny
like,
because all the
wow,
characters
man.
she plays are fucking nut jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I made a joke. I remember when I saw the movie at TIFF, I made a joke to someone. I'm like, oh, is she going to be burned alive in this like she has been in every other movie that she's been in? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Scream. Now this.
Oh shit, that's her and that gets the flamethrower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And then
shit,
she's the
I
one who
didn't know
gets
that.
burned in the new Scream.
Oh man, she's just been in a fucking handful of shitty movies.
You like Hollywood?
Once
It
Upon a
was
Time in
fine.
Hollywood is top 3 Quentin Tarantino.
3 hours of deleted scenes put together.
I like Once Upon a
That's what
Time
that
in
movie is.
Hollywood. I like it more
so
the
is
more I
Pulp
watch
Fiction. It's just a bunch of vignettes. Like who gives a fuck?
Well, I'm not a big Pulp Fiction fan either. I've only seen
it. Pulp
it once.
Fiction is great, but it's not top 5 Tarantino.
That's not even top 10 Tarantino.
He hasn't even made 10
film yet.
movies.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
Reservoir Dogs.
No, Reservoir Dogs is
Yeah.
my favorite from him.
Yeah, you've got some shitty takes over there too, bud.
Reservoir Dogs is your favorite Tarantino film?
I like that it's very simple, and I like the one location film, and I like the cast.
One location, 90 minutes, can move on with your life.
Steve Buscemi, come on. Him leaving no tip, that's cinema.
I don't tip. I don't tip. I mean, tipping.
Oh.
I don't tip.
Dude, that could be one of the best monologues ever.
Steve Buscemi,
God.
man. He's so good.
It's like, tell somebody who gives a fuck.
Steve Buscemi is the best. Big fan of him.
Steve Buscemi should have been Nosferatu.
You know, I could see it.
What's a line that Nosferatu says? I'm trying to think.
He's
Count
like-
Orlok says, excuse me.
He's like, it is a black omen.
Well, how would Steve Buscemi say it?
It is
What the fuck was in
a
that
bad
mustache,
omen to
man?
travel in such poor health.
No, that's Ben Shapiro.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It is a black omen to travel in such poor health.
I don't know. What was in his big handlebar mustache, man?
Yeah, I don't get them. I don't
In
get
his
the mustache
words,
either.
he was like, if you look at any aristocrat from that time period, they had huge mustaches.
Okay. I mean, you know, you got to make it your own thing. I get it. I think of the Klaus Kinski, man. His look is Orlok to me.
You think of who?
Klaus Kinski, baby.
Mm,
Oh, you don't know who that is?
no.
Probably not. It's from 1970 something.
Oh, yeah. It was before 2005.
I bet you know Natasha Kinski.
Well, yeah, because I love Paris, Texas. Wasn't
Tess, you should watch
Wasn't she in
Tess.
something else? I think I've seen her in.
That's
another-
her
Tess.
dad. Her
Oh,
dad
that's
was
her dad?
Orlok.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm due.
Hey,
for-
he's a fucking notorious
job.
scumbag. Yeah.
Why? What did he do?
Well, I mean, he was just difficult to work with, and then it came out his other daughter said he molested her.
Oh
So-
my god.
He wanted to
Natasha-
kill Werner.
Yeah, the two daughters didn't go to his funeral. So
Oh my god.
yeah, I mean, he was a troubled guy.
Yeah, I'm reading that. Of his 3 children, only his son attended the funeral.
Yep. Yeah, he was a dickhead.
What a troubled young man.
Good actor though, man.
Wow. Oh man, I'm due for a Paris, Texas rewatch.
I just watched it.
Where's the
other day. I got-
4K? Are they releasing that on 4K Criterion? Or
Yeah.
not? Oh, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Sweet.
But there's another company from Britain that I got a release of that did a 4K, and it's clean.
Yeah. This.
Did you pick up Cannibal the Musical from Vinegar Syndrome?
No, I guess I missed that one.
Loser.
Honestly, I didn't even know they did that. I thought it was some shitty Vinegar Syndrome type thing. So
Oh, dude, it's fucking. I can't believe it got the treatment. It's shocking. It's like a student film. It's fucking weird.
well, it's Vinegar Syndrome. They do everything.
I was impressed.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's got a nice slip box. I've got this. It's the limited one. It was awesome.
Yeah, I've been pushing more and more towards like the boutique stuff rather
So
than just...
that's so have I. I mean, I don't buy them like I used to.
Mhm.
I don't really
Pay
buy
for
it. Alright.
Blu-rays anymore. I only buy Criterions, and that's really it.
You know, I mean, if you're gonna buy them, those are the good ones to be selective about.
But
you
now
know,
they're
get the good
releasing
shit.
4Ks of everything that I have on Blu-ray, and it's like, well, now,
Yeah.
now I have to
I
sell
will
it.
not double dip.
Like I just
I'll
I'm sh-
double dip if I love it.
Certain ones, Dazed and Confused, shit like
like
that.
I
I'll
want
buy
that on
again, but-
4K. I want the Blowout 4K.
Inside Llewyn Davis.
Are they putting that out
Are-
on 4K?
No, but like if they ever do.
Yeah, that one I would get if they did that. I don't know what else they're. I'm surprised. I mean, I know
Boyhood?
Seth isn't big on Parasite. I'm shocked that Parasite doesn't have a 4K Criterion. I'm a little surprised by that.
Probably because it just has a regular Blu-ray or 4K or whatever.
4K Blu-ray. They're also doing like Some Like It Hot on 4K. Like they're doing that. I don't know if I would double dip on.
Yeah,
that.
like
I
I'm
already
not.
I already have
nah, Yeah.
the Kino of that.
Yep.
Are there any movies
All
that
right,
you
let's
guys have
wrap this
true
up.
editions for? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there are a
Like
couple.
Criterion and another company,
Parasite.
Boyhood.
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 Boyhood. I have
Um,
3 versions of.
Yeah. Not too many though. I don't do that often. It's got to be something I really big. I've got a couple versions of that.
Yeah.
What versions?
There's like a UK steelbook that I've got. I've got the slip cover with the music. It
Mm.
doesn't work anymore.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got multiples of some things, but not a ton of criteria.
Goonies, Lord of the Rings.
Too many movies. Criterion is putting
Yeah.
out and transferring the 4K. It's just too many.
Yeah, I'm selective about it. All right, let's go.
Let's end this.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Seth.
I don't know where we're at. Is that the last pick?
Yeah, we did Best Picture. What
Oh,
what comes after
hey.
Best Picture? The
Nothing.
end.
Did we do Best Director?
Yes.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
shit.
This is where
Oh,
Seth's
sorry.
like, well, all these movies suck, and the movie that should be
tried to-
nominated is this.
No, this is where he doesn't know
I
where he is. And
I tried to be positive. Even though, I couldn't contribute much, but I think we did all right.
Seth is
Yeah.
like, I want my mommy. I want my mommy. I want my mommy. I'm
I
afraid
want my
about my
mommy.
leaves falling off.
we did Best Picture. When did we do that?
So fucking alone.
I'm so alone.
Brian, always a pleasure to join us on our. Sorry to cut off your comedy routine.
And you know what else I'm through with? Being your fucking friend.
Fucking friend.
Okay.
Always a pleasure to have you on, our Oscar expert, to come on and do this
Always a pleasure.
annual episode. Nick, it's good catching up with you as well.
Oh yeah, brother.
We don't do this too often. I'd like to get back into it, but I'm not going to make any promises to anyone that's out there. You guys that are listening, it's always appreciated. So you've stuck with us a long time, so we appreciate it.
Thanks.
Nick, anything else?
Go Phils.
Brian, where can the fans find you?
All socials at Brian Suffield. My podcast, Life Moves Pretty Fast. We drop episodes every Wednesday. It's a coming of age film podcast. Seth and Nick have been on.
Consistency.
Consistency indeed. It's something that you guys need to get back into. And that's where you can find me. And me making shitty letterbox reviews.
Oh, there's a lot of great content there, let me tell you.
There's times where I just write normal reviews and you're like, wow, sounds horrible. I'm surprised you didn't comment on my review of My Old Ass. I'm surprised.
Oh.
That movie wasn't that great, to be honest. It was fine. It was okay.
I always see some shit on there that I'm just.
And I was waiting for you to comment on Mickey 17. Sounds boring.
Oh, no, I didn't know what to say to that review. That was something else. Just like, I'm going to let my buddy Brian do his own thing there. That's fine.
Oh, man.
Fellas, good talking with you. Listeners, thanks for catching up with us. This is episode 190 of the Cinema Scumbags podcast. Thank you guys for listening. And as always, go fuck yourselves.